You are watching Blunt Politics with Boston Brian.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. I don't know why that's keep playing, but thank you. Welcome back to Blunt Politics. I am Boston Brian. Another crazy week of politics. This is a show that tries to sift through the shit in a more down-to-earth type of style, I'd like to say. I don't know. How's everybody doing? Beautiful day out there today. Let me bring in the chat for some hellos. A lot to get into today. I don't know why. Why is the camera so high? Hi? I mean, yes and no. Anyways, how's everybody doing? Can you hear me? Can you see me? What's going on, Nurse Meow? How are you? Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Leah. Hi, Tanya. Thank you for your services, as always. Paula, Deborah, Kelly, Sue, how are you? Lokita, Chris, Pamela, Jen, what's going on? How's everything? How are you? Appreciate you. Kath, what's going on? Good luck with plumbing. I need it. Foggy, what's going on? Christy, Ichabod, everybody's here. I like it. Roxanne, how's everybody doing? I'm like over to the Jesus Christ, Bry. The whole shebang. All right, I'm back. How's it? Atrocious. How are you, lunatic? Edward, Terpy, what's up, my brother? Thank you for your services. I appreciate you. All right, lots going on. So at the same time, simultaneously, as Donald Trump is trying to single-handedly sabotage his entire campaign, we have let's say, a small group of idiotic, ignorant, just harebrained, low IQ Democrats that continue to rock the boat. I don't understand it. I will not understand it. I don't give a shit about people like Joe Manchin and other people of that ilk. I'm talking about, Adam Schiff, Chuck Schumer, those type of people. So I know Hal had talked about it on his show the other day that we are going to get a group of, let's say, independent, progressive, Democrat-affiliated channels. Oh, thank you, Sheldon. I appreciate that. Oh, by the way, make sure you hit the like button, share it out. I would very much appreciate it if you could do that. It takes 2 seconds. It's free. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. If anybody's coming on from TikTok, welcome. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching my videos yesterday. I haven't posted in a long time, so I appreciate the love. A lot of people, I think one of them has about 130,000. The other one's got about 50,000. So I appreciate it. Thank you. I know it's been a while, and I apologize. I've been working on this, besides that, with work, and it's a lot. It's a lot going on. So I do appreciate the love from that. But yes, Hal said in the video that I watched that we were going to give these guys till probably Wednesday before we start coming at them. Well, I don't have the fucking patience, nor do I think we as a country have the time, with all due respect, of course, to wait up on this. So what I did and what Mel has gone and done is made a very helpful graphic that I will read out for the people that are just listening. For the people that are on your phone, you can take a screenshot. I don't know if you can screenshot on a laptop. Can you screenshot on a laptop? Not sure. Put it in the chat if you can. If you can't, put it in your notes on your phone. You know what I mean? You can throw it in your notes on your phone. So check this out. These are the numbers for Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Representative Tim Ryan of Ohio, and Representative Adam Schiff. And I know there's more, not many more, but there are more. But these are, I think, the people that if we reach out to, will get the message if enough of us do. So I'm going to read out the numbers just for the people that are listening. Basically, the graphic that Mel made says Dems endangering democracy, like it did on the thumbnail. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to call them. You're either going to leave a message or you're going to tell the man or woman that you talk to that you're still down with Biden and Harris. And if any changes are made, you're not going to be happy about it, and you will not support any other ticket, because any changes at this point will be catastrophic to the chances of Democrats winning the presidency come November. It's just there's no democratic process. Nobody has the money. Nobody has the campaign set up. If anybody's going to say Kamala's already vice president, so what the fuck are you talking about? So let me read out the numbers just again for the people that. So for Chuck Schumer, it's going to be 202-224-6542. For Tim Ryan, it's going to be 202-225-5261. Adam Schiff's number is going to be 202-22 202-225-4176. So what we're going to do is, as a group of democracy loving, United States loving, freedom loving, rights loving people, we're going to make some phone calls, and we're going to nicely, because we want to get our message across, but we also don't want to, turn them off. And, because, when you get the crazy phone calls and the crazy messages, they usually go into a certain pile. They don't really get heard. So let's try to be firm but fair, and let them know that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris is going to wipe the floor, or are going to wipe the floor, with Donald Trump and JD Vance come November. And if any changes are made, there will be absolutely no support. And not only that, we will absolutely make sure electorally we do everything we possibly can to make sure you don't get reelected in whatever district you're from, whatever you're running for. Because right now you are putting so many lives at risk. If I was a woman right now, I would be so fucking furious at the Democrats for once again pulling the gun out of the holster and aiming it at our own fucking foot. Because it's just, anybody that thinks this close into the election, or this close to the election, that we can all of a sudden just throw out the democratic process of the primaries, invent our own democratic process now, where we have to then recast our votes. We have to then have somebody set up a campaign within so many months. It's ridiculous to even fucking think. So from, every man in the country, I apologize to the women that this is even going on. But let's use our voice. Let's use I'll put it up one more time just in case you didn't catch it. And I'll put it up at the end of the show too. So these are the numbers. Tell them you still ride with Biden, and tell them you will not accept any other ticket. It's not in the forecast. It's not a possibility. This isn't 2 or 3 years ago. This is, getting damn near close to 2 to 3 months before the election. So let's be fucking realistic here. I appreciate it. So thank you guys. Let's see what you guys are feeling about that one. Yes, the women do not seem happy. The women do not seem happy. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. And it's fucking ridiculous because, once again, here, let me show you. Let me go to this. I'm on Instagram, so I can fucking X that out. Let me go to this. And by the way, I'd like to say congratulations and Slava Ukraine to Ukraine for regaining and taking control of the Black Sea with no navy, as the Russians have pulled out all of their materiel out of the Black Sea. So salute to you, gentlemen. You just keep finding a way to do it. It's innovative. It's ingenious. It's effective. So Heroyam Slava to everybody out there. Keep kicking ass. Well, actually, look, as soon as I show you, I just want to show you a couple tweets from, the Biden-Harris campaign, what Joe Biden is saying, so that way you can say, okay, this is what Joe Biden is saying. What the fuck are these guys talking about? And then we can compare and contrast. So let me see. What is it? What's it called? Biden-Harris HQ. Biden-Harris HQZ. There it is right there. Let me see if I can go to this. I'm going to present to you, beautiful people. Share screen. It's going to be this one, that one. Maybe this. That's a stage. New background. A lot of clicking you got to do. It's just a lot of clicking. A lot of clicking. And again, I don't know how to make this goddamn page bigger. Does anybody else? I'll figure it out one day. Does anybody know how I can make this? Not that you can see my mouse, but obviously this right here. How can I make that bigger? Anybody? Let me know. Anybody? All right, we'll get back to that. Thank you. Screenshot it if anybody answers that, because I'm not going to be able to see it now. All right, so this is what we're doing. We're just going to read it out. Donald Trump. Let's see. I'll click on it to make it big. I'll even make it big for you guys, so there's no fucking mistake in it. You guys can actually read it. There we go. That makes it a little better. Biden-Harris co-chair Cedric Richmond. The Biden-Harris ticket can beat Donald Trump, and America needs them to beat Donald Trump. If you look at the voters who are coalescing around President Biden and Vice President Harris, it's the people with the most on the line. We're talking about working families, women whose reproductive rights were taken, and minority voters. These are voters who are rallying around the president and want him to continue to fight, which he said he's going to do. Now, let's see. You can hear it in his own
ticket can beat Donald Trump, and that is that the Biden-Harris team ticket can beat Donald Trump, and that America needs them to beat Donald Trump. And if you look at the voters that are coalescing around President Biden and Vice President Harris, it's the people with the most on the line. We're talking about our working families. We're talking about women whose reproductive rights were taken away. We're talking about minority voters, where the Supreme Court's attacking diversity, equity, and inclusion, and all of those things. And those are the voters that are rallying around the president and want him to continue to fight, which he said he's going to do. Is that the Biden-Harris team ticket?
Sounds pretty clear to me. I mean, is there any ifs, ands, maybes, buts? We'll get back to you later. I can't answer that right now. We're not sure about that. I didn't catch any of that. I didn't really catch any of that. I think did they retweet this? Is this the? Did they? Oh no! All right. I was gonna say I don't think they do that. Let's check this one out. JD Vance, whose speech we'll check out a little bit. His speech yesterday, we'll check a little bit out of it. Let's see here. Dana Bash asked him about the whole Nick Fuentes matter, I believe. Let's see.
Donald Trump and say, this is a person who somehow.
Yeah, because he did say that any Jewish person who voted for Joe Biden should be ashamed of themselves. I want to move on.
But he's made similar comments about a lot of different groups of people, Dana. I don't think anybody could look at the presidency and the conduct of Donald Trump and say, this is a person who's somehow anti-Semitic. And I think whether you're Jewish or not, you should be looking at the record of Joe Biden.
He had dinner with Nick Fuentes, who is an avowed anti-Semite.
Dana, you should look at the record of.
Oh, right. Don't again. And I think it's worth playing the oh crap, there's so many. Not only the Bill Maher, so let me get this. I don't have a pen. Shit. That's not good. Anyway, all right, you guys remember this. So Bill Maher and Pete Buttigieg. You guys remember that. Oh, thank you, George, for becoming a member. Appreciate you guys. Listen, you guys can become a channel member for literally less than a candy bar. I mean, it's I'm talking about a month. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous that just such a small contribution can make such a huge difference to somebody like me in a channel like this. So I appreciate every single one of you guys that takes the time to click all the buttons and share it out, and again go one step further and actually contribute to the show. I literally couldn't be more appreciative. Wes, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Once again, Wes, appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you being here, dude. Hi, Toby. What's going on? Hi, Pam. How's everything? Patrick, what's up, brother? What's going on? Don C in the house. What's going on? Mark, thank you for your services. Appreciate you, brother. All right, let's see what else he has to say. I think it's just about over on this one. Let me see.
Of Joe Biden and reckons.
Yeah, because he did say that any Jewish person who voted
as
for
usual,
Joe Biden
he's got
should be
nothing good to say. Let's see here. What else they got going for me? What else you got going for me? Biden Harris HQ. Let me hit it. Let's see. JD Vance says, quote, normal people, end quote, don't want families to have access to childcare. Universal daycare is class war against normal people. Again, great stuff from the Biden Harris HQ. They also reposted this question. Are you interested in being the running mate of a convicted felon? JD Vance dodges question.
The media and the Democrats to say exactly that. This is never about.
Are you interested in being the running mate of a convicted felon?
Well, Wolf, the entire purpose of this trial was to allow the media and the Democrats to say exactly that. This is never about justice. This is about plastering convicted felons.
I mean, I don't know if the eyeliner is just, it's gone to your ears. Hopefully you don't start sweating, because if you do, you're going to start looking like fucking Rudy Giuliani. But don't cry. Oh, man, that would be fucking terrible. Jesus Christ, you'd start looking like fucking Kiss. Oh, no, sorry, can't say that. Hal will not like that one. I apologize. I take that back. That I removed, scratch that, reverse it, throw that one out. We'll think of something else. But yeah, come on. I mean, obviously, dodge of the question. Pretty good question, I'd say, for somebody that is in the running to become vice president. Are you okay with the guy you're running with being a convicted felon? You might want to answer that question, at least for the American people, but he doesn't. Don't worry about it. He doesn't. Not a big deal.
And all over the airwaves, when in reality, the only thing that Donald Trump is guilty of is being in the courtroom of a political sham trial.
This
From the
jury
judges,
I love that even. Let's get the fuck out of this one. I love that even. What's her face? Oh God, what the hell's her name? From the TV show. Her parents are in jail. Oh fuck, Chrysler, Slappy, Slippy, Swanson, Samsonite. I think it's Chrysler. But she's towing the line of like, my parents have been persecuted by the fucking Fulton County DA. It's fucking awesome. Her shit's been going on for like 10 years. I wonder how many different people have worked in the Fulton County DA in those 10 years and why now she's just saying that the Fulton County DA is, it's fucking hilarious. It's great. Yeah, Savannah Chrisley. Thank you, Sue. Appreciate it. Thank you, Sue. Savannah Chrisley. Oh, man. Who literally doesn't have fucking... I could play street hockey between her ears, I'm pretty sure. And I'm sorry for saying that. But not sorry at all. Not sorry at all. And you know what else I love before we get into, I'll look up the, and there's so many more like that. Like the first one that we saw where Biden said he's staying in. Let me see. I know there was a few more of them. Let's see here. Let me get to all of them. There was this one. Sarah Reese had a good one. Let's go to Sarah Reese. How are you, Sarah Reese? Reese's Pieces. What the hell's her name? Which one is it? Is it with an H? It is. I don't know now. You got to have a check mark, right? You would think. I don't think this is her. That ain't her. Why? Maybe if I go to home, it'll still be there. I don't know. That's strange. It was somewhere around here, actually. Sarah Reese. Why would it be gone now? Of course it's gone now. Maybe it's up. Maybe it's up. I can always get it up. Okay. A couple things we have to scratch out of this one. Maybe it might have to edit this episode. Let me go up for a second. Maybe it's here. No, that's the top. So I don't know. Anyway, she had a good tweet, basically saying the same thing, confirming that Joe Biden was staying in the race. Now I forget what I was just about to show. Oh, I was talking about Ronnie Jackson's report that he came out with. Ronnie Jackson saying that fucking it was a 2-centimeter gunshot wound on Donald Trump's ear. What it didn't say in the report is that the only reason he knows it was 2 centimeters is because they measured it with Donald Trump's dick. Anyways, it's just ridiculous. Hold on. This is what I want to show you. Ready? This is great. This is great. Let me see if I can. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to present to you again, share the screen, just so you can get a visual on it. Just so you can get a visual on it. How do I click it? Open it. Open it. Why won't it open? What am I doing wrong? Hello? Hello? Oh, that one. Oh, it's over here. Okay, Brian. All right, so this is 2 centimeters. I just want I want you to be able to visually, I want you to be able to take this all in visually. Okay, I'm going to share this right now. Let's go here. Actual size and no, that's not the one I wanted. This one right here. This one. Boom. Right here. Share it instead. There you go. All right, right here on the right-hand side of the screen. You'll see 2 centimeters is in the top. All right, give me my mouse now for crying out loud. Here we are. All right, 2 centimeters right here. This is the centimeters right here, millimeters, inches. This is a credit card just so you can get some. Let me make sure you can see it. Can you see it? You can see it. Okay, you can see it. That's cool. All right. So he says that the gash on Donald Trump's ear was 2 centimeters, right? Which, right here. If you look at it, which would still be a pretty good friggin' gash. I don't have a card right here on me, but that would be like a Mike Tyson taking a chunk out of Evander Holyfield's ear type fucking gash, which I don't know. I didn't see it really. I didn't see that. Maybe that would explain the fucking My Pillow sized fucking blanket he had on his ear at the RNC convention. I don't know. But then it went down to a small Band-Aid at the rally yesterday, so go figure. But I just wanted to give you a little visual representation of who Ronnie Jackson, who I guess his medical license has expired. So he's given out, he's given medical attention to people that he's not supposed to be given to, I guess, and a presidential candidate nonetheless. So pretty sure you can't just treat anybody at any time, anywhere you want if you don't have the proper medical license to do so. I'm just more like 2 millimeters. Yeah, it's a paper cut. It's a paper cut. You know what I mean? But maybe he's just mixing up his words because
words. I have the best words. But there's no better word than stupid. I know.
Maybe he's just mixing his words up as he does so often.
We are a nation that just recently heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your.
Okay.
Stupid people. When I wanted to refute it, they said, "Sir, don't dignify it with a rebuttal." Refutal or a rebuttal? What the hell word would that be? Rebuttal? What they'll say, he didn't know rebuttal or refutal, but they don't know either.
Oh, that's a politician running for president of the United States of America. He's also said shit like
All I know
this.
about magnets is this. Give me a glass of water. Let me drop it on the magnets. That's the end of the magnets. Gettysburg, what an unbelievable battle that was. The Battle of Gettysburg, what an unbelievable. I mean, it was so much and so interesting and so vicious and horrible and so beautiful in so many different ways. It represented such a big portion of the success of this country. Gettysburg, wow. I go to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania to look and to watch.
To look and to watch. That's the definition of a man that has no idea what the fuck he's talking about, but he's trying to describe it in fine detail. It's fucking beautiful.
You know what uranium is, right? It's a thing called nuclear weapons and other things. Like lots of things are done with uranium, including some bad things.
It is a profound honor to be the beautiful new stadium, to be here with you.
Oh, shiza. Maniza. All right. Let's be serious, bro. Come on. Back to it. All right. Back down. Back it down. All right. So, what else are we going to do? Oh, I want to say hi to David, by the way. Hope you got your shirt, my man. Well, I know you got your shirt. I hope it fits. I hope you like it. Wear it proudly. If you haven't yet, send me a picture. If I didn't see it, I'm sorry. Believe me, I'll put it up. I will put it up. Just like I did for Slacks. And shout out to Slacks if he's here, the father of Bryantology. And thank you to everybody that's been gifting and super chatting and sharing and liking and Venmoing. I do have a Venmo, which would probably be smart to put up because there's probably no way anybody's going to know if I don't put it up. So it's over in this general direction here. If you want to send, a couple bucks to say hi, buy me a Gatorade, a Powerade for work because it's been hot lately. That would be fucking fantastic. I do appreciate it because this is just like the most independent media you could possibly get. I'm sitting in my what was a living room that I turned into a / studio type deal. Basically with a MacGyver setup trying to stream to you guys live. And I do appreciate everybody that's watching. All, what is it, 700 in here? Well, might be 700 altogether, but it doesn't matter because it's a beautiful day out. A lot of people watch it after. I do appreciate it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. What else did I want to get into? I did the congrats to oh, geez. Oh, geez. Again, I kind of saw an article in Politico that was, it's funny because the Republicans want to get Joe Biden out of the race. They want everybody to switch. And then I read an article today that the Republicans would sue or file charges if Biden were to be replaced. It's like, so they're trying to set the Democrats up for a lose-lose situation. You know what I mean? Or in basically in their view, a lose-lose. So if Joe Biden stays in, they lose. If he were to drop out, they have a shot to, I think, from what they're saying, have a shot to file charges because of election campaign laws. Something I didn't get through the whole article, but it was just funny to see that they're trying to come at us from both sides. 666 in here, by the way, for a second at least. Now it's 670, but shout out. Let's go. Who gave $10? Oh, big hook. Let's go. Call 1-800-EAT. I don't know about that one. Only Trump lickers need apply. Sadly, Project 2025 requires this. Biden Harris all the way. Keep up the great work, Brian. Thank you, big hook. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I appreciate you not mincing words, let's say. But thank you for your contribution. And did I miss one? Oh, this slacks. I knew it. Come on. Of course I'm here. Much love, dude. Appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Slacks is the man. Let's go. Hey, Missy Pa, how are you? What's going on? Billionaire support. Let me see. Billionaire supporters of Hitler like Trump are scared. They know, quote, there is no way Trump can beat President Biden. So they paid the media to push narratives designed to get President Biden off the ticket. If we all vote Biden Harris, all Democrats will win big. I might as well just leave that up on the screen and, I don't know, go have a fucking smoke because that is bang on, Missy. Thank you. Bang on. That whole torch, what is it, pass the torch bullshit. Somehow, I guarantee you that goes back to the Russians somehow. Guarantee you. Guaranteed. You know what I mean? So, and again, I think the people on our side are not half, but I think they're reacting out of fear. You know what I mean? And they're just kind of panicking. I think, I hate to say it, but I think the Democrats kind of jumping ship and calling for Joe Biden to step down would be the guys to run out of the foxhole first or run away from the burning building and not run towards it. I don't think if they were one of the two people left and you're surrounded, I think they'd put a white flag in the end of their fucking muzzle and walk towards the enemy. Because all they are doing is, again, like I said, I believe in last week's show, campaigning for Donald Trump. Any negative press, anything that is not going after Donald Trump because he's a rapist, a sexual assaulter, on Jeffrey Epstein's fucking flight log 7 times, talks about his daughter's breasts and her physique and shit. Oh, who is that? Louie. Thank you, Louie. Hold on, let's see. Let me see if I can put it up. Can I put it up? There it is. Show. I was going to donate 10 to several Dems, but since they seem to have turned their backs on President Biden, I've decided to donate 100 directly to re-elect President Biden and VP Kamala Harris. Let's go, Louis. Appreciate it, Luis. Let's go. But again, let's not carried away. Let's not make this a broad brush. Not all Democrats. It's a fucking small handful of people that think, I believe in their own hearts, they're doing good. Or they're trying to. They think somehow they can change what's going. Anyways, what they're freaking out about is the polling, and who gives a fuck about the polling? Again, I think in one of the states during the primaries, it had Donald Trump winning 17 more fucking points than he actually got, which is fucking enormous. So let's not put too much stock. Thank you, Carol, for becoming a member. Let's go. Appreciate you. And that is a cute ass dog. What kind of dog is that? Looks like a damn. I can't tell what kind of dog is that. I don't know. He's cute as fuck. Tell him I said hi. Oh man, I like dogs. Literally, the only way I'm not voting for Biden would be if he went to the next level of existence. Yeah. Again, this whole this whole thing is not about. It's not even about Biden. It's not even about Biden. And I hate to say it, but remember when everybody said I would vote for a ham sandwich over Donald Trump? Well, why the fuck are we complaining that we have obviously far better than a ham sandwich, correct? I mean, look at the legislation he's passed. If you don't make me play my TikTok, we're going through all the legislation that he's passed, talking about that women are going to fucking save this country once again because women understand the threat posed to the nation right now, the threat posed to their rights, their sisters' rights, their nieces' rights, their daughters' rights. Women are the majority of this country, last time I checked. Correct me if I'm wrong on the facts. But it's going to be the women of this country, even though you see them at the fucking Trump rally. There's idiots everywhere, believe me, in all cultures, in all fucking places, and everywhere on the map, there's idiots all over the place. Okay, and a lot of them follow Donald Trump from place to place. They're not, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? As you generate something unique and by yourself, it's not organic. These aren't organic people coming from the areas that Donald Trump is in. Some of them are, a lot of them aren't. So let's not get wrapped in that. So, Jess, I know I saw Jess. Let's go. All right, hold on. Because I can't, for some reason, it doesn't let me put it up on the screen when I click it that way. So I have to scroll back up and find it, which I will do for you, Jess. All right, there we are. Hi, Brian. Was awesome. I don't know what NG means. I'm too old. Videos back on TikTok was awesome. Something videos back on TikTok. We need your voice on truth there. On there. Keep up the amazing work you are doing. Keep speaking your truth. We love you and Mel. Thank you so much, Jess. You and Danny are so much appreciated, along with your lions that you call house cats. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here all the time and listening and watching and contributing. We have a Zoom coming up, I think, in 2 days, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you. Anybody, again, good reminder, Jess. Thank you. Good segue. Patreon.com/Boston Brian. Check it out. 3 different tiers, all different levels that you can, different tiers and different stuff that you get, different perks for each level. If one of them seems to suit you and will not affect you in any other way financially, something basically I say that you could forget about and not be affected by, like I said, in any other way with your bills. That's not what I want. If you're kind of stressing a little bit over where the money's coming from, don't. Free stuff is great. Like, share, subscribe. That's all free. Perfect. Just watching, commenting. That stuff is just as helpful as anything else. But again, if people are in the financial situation to help me out, I would be greatly appreciative of it. It would go a long way. I'm trying to make this a more consistent thing. We're trying to grow the numbers. I know it's tough. It's not easy to do, but we're going to keep grinding. I'm going to keep using all the platforms that I possibly can to get as many people involved and as many people listening. I would like you guys to do the same. If you could please share it to family and talk to friends, and maybe they'll watch and like it, because I don't think podcast. I don't like calling it a show. I think I might just call it a podcast. My podcast is obviously unlike any of them out there. You know what I mean? I don't think I fit into the mold that anybody else is. Holy shit, Jen. Oh, let me see. Jen just woke up. LOL, got home at 3 a.m. It was so crucial to vote as a woman, by the way. Panzer and Eric say hi. Hi, guys. Appreciate you. She was hanging out with Wiz Khalifa, so we'll give her some time to recuperate, even though she's the bus driver, so she couldn't partake in what Wiz Khalifa is known for. So, but I guarantee she smelled like it. Josh Jameson, let's go. Don't forget, a lot of women are pretending to go along with MAGA husbands, but voting for Biden at the booth. That's a great fucking point, too. That's a great fucking point. Don't want to start a fight at the home. The husband might be hugely overzealous about Trump and flags everywhere, and you don't really care for him, but you're gonna have to deal with it until you step into that booth and close the curtain behind you. And then you can come out and say, yeah, I sure did vote for Donald Biden, Trump. I did. I sure did. So great point. And thank you for the $5, the contribution. I appreciate you guys. Ricky Davis, thank you for the super sticker. Let's go, buddy. Appreciate you. Oh, hey. What's happening, my brother? How you feeling? Weekends in the summer is going to be tough. In the fall, it's going to be football for me. I got to feed my fantasy football monster. Yeah. That's a good call. Not sure I planned that one out. But we could go, I think we'll go later in the, no, because that wouldn't work either. That wouldn't work either. Gonna have to be earlier in the day, huh? Gonna have to be earlier in the day. But Texas Paul, who the fuck knows? I don't know. It's impossible to plan your show around everybody else's schedule. You'd never fucking find a time, or you'd be on at like 4 a.m. So I'll figure out a time. We'll do it. If you guys can be there, I would love it. If it's conflicting with somebody else, I apologize. It's not on purpose. But hey. None of that in here, my friend. None of that, please. Thank you. Sorry, I don't know. I didn't mean to put that up on the screen, but I had to catch it while I saw it. Let's see here. 75 gram. Love the show. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's get into man, there's so much to get into. What do I want to get into first? I think we might have to hop right into the videos. Might have to hop into the videos. All right, let's see what all right, it was already playing. Sorry. I'm going to present to you again. Do this. And no, there's no chance we're going to listen to all of this at all because, again, Donald Trump rambled for so goddamn long, and so did I in my intro. I went over on that too. So, all right, let's see here. What do we got here, sir? He went to Yale, but he's pretending to be a countryman because listen to the song he's coming out to. He wants you to believe that he had the straw in his mouth growing up, and he's damn near sitting on a rocking chair somewhere with a whiskey in his hand, maybe some moonshine. I think it might be some moonshine. Yeah, whiskey. It ain't nobody got time for whiskey. So my name is JD Vance, and there's no way I am rich or went to a school known for having stuck-up pricks and costing a fortune to go to. So let's get right into it. I'm going to add him to the stage, and we're going to get right into it, there, folks. Listen again. Listen to this bullshit he's coming out to. Seriously. Seriously.
Senator J.D. Vance.
Let's see here. That's just ridiculous. I don't know. It's obviously the message. It's obvious the message he's trying to send. Let's skip ahead a little bit because there's no way I'm fucking listening to that. So I'm gonna do. Let's see. Let's go here. Nope. Here. All right. Good. Here we go.
This is just an incredible crowd, an incredible turnout. I find it hard to believe. I find it hard to believe that a week ago, an assassin tried to take Donald Trump's life, and now we have got a hell of a crowd in Michigan to welcome him back on the campaign trail.
Right, yeah, crazy people. Let's get inside a fucking building where somebody speaking that we know somebody less than 2 weeks ago wanted to take him out. Smart, brilliant. That's the show I'd want to go to.
Now, I love you too. Thank you, guys. Oh, I heard some OHs, but I'm going to respect Michigan and not respond here.
He's so dry and blah and gross. Like he's dying to say something bad about women at all fucking times. Let's skip ahead. I'm skipping ahead.
You know, there's nothing radical about having a strong national security. That when we go to war, we.
All right, can I just look at the people? She's looking away. He's not paying attention. She's what's going on over there. He's looking down in the crowd. She's got her eyes going that way. Look at this chick. So look at something's happening over here. All of them are looking over there. This guy's looking over there. This guy's supposed to be their VP pick, like a big attract attention and get people going. I ain't even fucking listening to them. I don't give a shit.
We punch and we punch hard, but being cautious and not trying to get America involved in every flung corner and conflict of the world. Sometimes, my friends, it just is none of our business.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem. It's not us sticking our nose into places. It's us having treaties and signing, memorandums and having alliances and long-lasting alliances formed after World War II. Because we had to, and then we became basically the police of the world because we had the resources, the bases all over the world. We were basically the only nation that wasn't at some level destroyed because of bombing. We had our factories running at full capacity. So basically it set us up to be exactly that. So that's the role we started, which inevitably has led to, I'm not saying bad things, but the situations that we have seen, that's why we step into the roles that we do, because Ukraine, the Budapest Memorandum, where we asked Ukraine to give up their nuclear weapons in agreement that if Russia were to ever attack them in any way, shape, or form, that the United States would assist them. So it's not something we're sticking our nose into. I think Ukraine is very, very, very happy to be having the United States assistance, whether it be weapons, money, ammunition, keeping the lights on, Wi-Fi, whatever the fuck it might be. So that's not sticking your nose into places. Sticking your nose into something is where the person doesn't want you to be there. So the big fucking difference, which makes absolutely no sense in what you're saying, JD.
And we ought to stay out of it. That's not radical. That's common sense. And there's nothing radical about stopping the poison and the gangs and the criminals from taking care of our country. We got to shut down that border, shut down the fentanyl.
Oh, you mean the border that has less crossings now than when Donald Trump was in office? You talking about that one? The one that we had, a bipartisan legislation that was going to go through, but your running mate Donald Trump decided he wanted to kill that so that he could run on fix the border, fix the wall bullshit in his campaign. Because if it was relieved, if the problem was fixed, his whole, we got to fix the border, the mess of the border, the criminals, the insane asylums, the fucking prisons, the jails, Hannibal Lecter, the 2-inch cut on my dick. On my that I measured with my dick. It's, you know what I mean? It's like not every word out of his mouth can be fact checked or explained away or just absolutely told as bullshit in some sort of fashion.
And make America safe for American citizens again.
Then why did Donald Trump again tell everybody not to vote for the bill? All right, let's do this because he bores the fuck out of me, and we got a lot to get into with fucking Trump. So I want to do this. Bill, who I don't like, and the other guy's name is this. Don't want to give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. 5, 6, 7, 8, give it down. All right, this one. Pause it. I'm going to share this tab instead so you can see it. How we doing, folks? There he is. Looks like it's like fucking Doug Funny's grandfather from the future or something. And let me just get, I don't like Bill Maher. I can't stand him. But every now and again, a fucking, even a broken clock is right twice a day. A blind squirrel finds a nut, something like that. I don't know. This, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, fuck this. I understand. That's what I'm telling you. But again, if a broken clock says 12 and it's actually 12, you got to believe the clock is right, correct? So let's take it with a grain of salt. And listen to him go after Byron Donalds with what I think is a good couple lines. Let me see if I can find it though, because this is 9 minutes, and it was definitely not 9 minutes. The clips that I was.
Host of the podcast, Black on the Air, Larry Wilmore.
Let me see if I can find.
Like you or not, I can recognize the fact that something happened that stayed you away from death or pain or.
Well, first of all, you're a religious person. Do you want to have a rebuttal to what I just said on the editorial? I may have taken a shot or two at religion.
Two things.
No.
First,
That's not it. That's not it. Let me see if I can find a shorter clip because I don't feel like sifting through that shit. Why is that little? Come on. Come on. What's it doing? What's what's happening? I don't know. All right, hold on. I don't know what the fuck that was all about. Bill Byron Donalds. There's got to be a shorter clip. I know there is because I seen it. I seen it. That's 9 minutes. That's 9 minutes. Got to be a shorter clip. What the heck? All right, I'll scan through it.
All right, here we are.
See if I get lucky.
It's true. Honestly,
it's important for
If I get
masculinity
lucky.
and for men. To take them away really hurts not just men; it hurts women as well.
I'll say this.
What are your thoughts, panel, on NBC pulling Morning Joe? Oh yeah, from the air on Monday.
Thank God. No.
In your view?
But even if
he's that anti-Trump though.
No, but even if he has,
Well,
who
so am I.
cares? You know, he's not some crazy person that.
Right.
Come on.
The thing I'll add to that conversation is that's the conversation you have to have about abortion.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can't shy away from it.
Shooter who has been described as
That
a
ain't
quiet, lonely kid who was bullied, no matter what their gender, but boys especially can't even get those jobs anymore. I mean,
Hey man.
But-
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
think there's a lonely.
What am I missing here?
day.
Yeah, it's like the kid who shot the people in the movie theater.
All right. Fuck it. If somebody has that clip, let me know. I don't know. For some reason, I have trouble finding these friggin' things. So let's go to this one though. This is a good one. I can find this one. Pete Boot. Yeah, the fucking literally here. Thank God. See, I love people putting it in fucking shorter clips to help me out. All right, stop. Let me share it. Let me share it out. Oh, the Wi-Fi is low. That's what it says. All right, Pete Buttigieg. That's why. All right, that makes sense. Can you see it now? There you go. There we go. All right, let's talk. Let's look at Pete. Let's see what he got to say.
The other thing you get to do at a convention is roll out your vice presidential candidate, which in this case was J.D. Vance.
Yeah.
I know him a little bit.
What do you think of him?
Look, we're from the same generation. We're both from the Midwest, different parts of the Midwest.
Right.
I know a lot of guys like J.D. Vance. I run into a lot of guys like him. Not so much when I was growing up
Peter
in Indiana.
Thiel.
But,
Peter Thiel is his big backer.
yeah, for sure. And
Okay, if people don't know who that is, he started PayPal.
Yeah.
He's gay. He's a billionaire. I mean, I've had a couple of people who knew you were coming on this week said, ask Pete what he thinks about Peter Thiel being so in love with J.D. Vance, who is flatly against gay marriage.
So I think it's a profound contradiction, but maybe it's not that complicated. I know there are a lot of folks who say, what's going on with some of these Silicon Valley folks veering into Trump world with J.D. Vance and backing Trump? What are they thinking? Silicon Valley is supposed to be, they're supposed to care about climate. They're supposed to be, pro-science and rational and libertarians. So normally libertarians don't like authoritarians. What's up with that? I think it's actually, we've made it way too complicated. It's super simple. These are very rich men who have decided to back the Republican Party that tends to do good things for very rich men.
He's so good. Even when he goes on Fox News and he knows there's people trying to go at him.
And by the way, that's kind of what you're getting with. That's kind of what you're getting with JD, right? So I knew a lot of people like him when I got to Harvard. I found a lot of people like him who would say whatever they needed to get ahead. And 5 years ago, that seemed like being the anti-Trump Republican. So that's what he was. Talked about how he was unfit, how he was cynical, called him an opioid, which is kind of a weird thing to say about a person, but definitely a real.
Called him an opioid. What the fuck? I mean, as he explains here, it doesn't make sense to most people, but listen to what he has to say. It makes a lot of sense.
But I mean, for somebody whose identity is that they're connected to Appalachia, which has an opioid crisis, that really is the darkest thing you could.
Right. So if you have a lot of family members in your area, a lot of people that have been affected by the opioid crisis, fentanyl, lost family members, lost sons, daughters. Oh, one sec. Hold on. One sec. I shall return. You watch Pete. Hold on.
Possibly say about Donald Trump, at least in public, but behind the scenes, apparently he's actually calling him Hitler, right? Seriously. 5 years later, the way he gets ahead is that he's the greatest guy since sliced bread. And I actually watched this exact same process with somebody else I got to know in my days in the Midwest, which was my former governor, Mike Pence, who I watched start out as an evangelical Christian who cared about rectitude and family values, and then get on board with a guy who was mixed up with a porn star, make excuses for him so that he could have power. And then he did. He got 4
Sorry. I know. I know I was muted. You're not gonna like this. You're not gonna like this. You're not going to like this. So President Biden just announced he's dropping out of the race. So now I just look like a complete fucking asshole. I'll keep looking. That's what I just got a phone call saying the same thing. Literally the first thing I saw. Alex Cole reporting. Here's a letter. Can you see it? So, my fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we've made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. So, we have made historic investments in rebuilding our nation and lowering prescription drug costs for seniors and expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We've provided critical needed care to millions of veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first gun safety law in 30 years, appointed first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead them than we are today. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We've protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. It has been a great honor in my life to serve you as president, and while it has been my intent to seek re-election, I believe it is the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude for all those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank you. I don't know why it's hard. Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work, and let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. Well, I believe today what I've always have. There is nothing America can't do. When we do it together, we just have to remember we are the United States of America. So, now what? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do not know. Kamala, I don't know the money. What happens with the money? You can't just you can't just pick somebody. You have to have some sort of democratic process. So first off, let me just say, scratch those phone calls. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying we're not voting the same. I don't know what happens from here. That's all I'm saying. And it was a little sad for me to see him have to bow out, because then yeah, he knows. You know what I mean? If he's not going to do it, if he thought he could actually do it, he would do it. For some reason, I think the decline has been more rapid than they expected. So, right. I mean, it's correct, Terry. It's vote blue no matter who. I'm just a little sad for me to see Biden go after what he's done, beaten by Trump. You know how it goes. But stay the course, as Mel says. That doesn't change. I'm just kind of confused on what happens from here, as I'm sure everybody else is. Let's see, maybe BTC can maybe further explain it. Am I allowed to watch his videos on my streams? I don't know. We'll find out. I don't see why not. That's why he puts them out. Well, I apologize, guys. Let's see. Did he report it? Single most dangerous. I don't see anything here. I don't see anything. I'll just type in Biden drops. Well, I apologize to you guys. I do. I did think with all my heart that he would be able to continue this and would continue this. Don't mean to give you false information, but I don't think I could foresee his decision, or I don't know, stuff. See here. I mean, I don't even want to listen to what Trump has to say about it now. I don't want to hear it. Let's see what this has to say, I guess. Oh, shut the fuck up. Can't stand that motherfucker. All right. So, off Instagram. All right, let's see. Edit. Gotta go to this now. For Christ's sakes, take that out. Remove. I'm gonna go back. Hit it again. Take that down. I'm gonna take that down. Bear with me for a second. I shall be right with you in a moment to take your order. I'm just kind of looking at. Actually, I'm trying to get back up on Instagram because it takes me off every hour for some reason. So I have to do it 3 times or 4 times during the show, which is just a ridiculous pain in the ass, to tell you the truth. So thank you for bearing with me. We'll look at more of the what Trump had to say yesterday. Get right into it, I guess. I don't know what else. We'll see. The reporting probably isn't going to know what the fuck is going on either. They're just going to report that Biden has dropped out. I don't think anybody knows what the next step is, to tell you the truth. So let me go here. It's pretty unprecedented. As far as I read or saw, I think it's happened, I don't know, maybe a couple times, but not in years and years and years and years and years and years as somebody dropped out so close to the right. No, don't disengage. If anything, this should spark more people to get, you know what I mean? Let's do not apologize. We were focused on the group. God damn it, stay strong and united. Keep doing good things, Brian. I will, Ricky. I'm here. I'll be here. You know what I mean? I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Voting blue. So again, as I said earlier in the show, that whole I don't care if it's a fucking ham sandwich. I'm not voting for Donald Trump. I would vote for a ham sandwich over Donald Trump. Welcome to fucking ham sandwich. You know, I'm not saying that's what we're voting for. I'm just saying that's what basically the mindset that we have to have. It's not, but that's again, it's not Kamala. Somebody said Kamala will not win. Yeah, Rose. It's not about who. It's not even about the candidate. It never was about the candidates, right? So again, as people have been saying, a lot of people are already locked into their vote. The few that they're going around campaigning trying to sway are the the independents people that kind of bounce back and forth. You know what I mean? But the majority of people I think already know who they're voting for. Know that you have to vote blue no matter what, and that we will figure it out. And that when we do figure it out, the policies that we put in place are going to be far better than anything that would happen under Donald Trump. So it's not about who the candidates are. That's not the mindset we have to have. This isn't a normal election, clearly anymore. It's not a normal election. So when we cannot treat it as such, cannot be like, oh, okay, it's over now. We can't do anything. That's not true. It doesn't matter. Our vote is locked in. So whatever's going on over here, we fucking block it out, right? Clearly, we have to have two people. Something has some democratic process has to happen, and fast. So whoever steps up, that's who we fucking vote for. That's it. That's just the fact of the matter. It doesn't matter. Anything that we put forth, any candidates that we put forth is better than Donald Trump's than a Donald Trump presidency. Breaking news coming through. All right, let me keep looking. I'll keep going. I'll keep going on yeah, I'll bring you back here. You guys can scroll with me. Home. Hal says these motherfuckers. President Biden is not going to run for re-election anymore. Says it's in best interest of the party. Might just stand down. I think he's mad at them for maybe forcing Biden to step down. Of course, Anna Kasparian loves it. Well, there you have it. Make sure you all be ready to work as hard as possibly can to make sure this isn't a fuck up of historic proportions, which I think it is, to tell you the truth. But I don't think it should change. I think it's a dumb move, but I think we still vote. I mean, we're all going to vote for the same thing, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? It's just we all know we're not voting for Donald Trump. We're not voting. We are voting, so we're going to vote for whatever blue candidate is. But I don't know why this close to the election anybody in the party would A, call for him to step down, or B, him actually do it. We're so close. I mean, we can't wait a few months. Like I said, all I needed him to do was to get to fucking January. Just get to January. Just get inaugurated. And then we can figure out what the fuck's going on from there. So I don't fucking understand. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the move. Now is the time for everybody to get behind Kamala Harris. Joe Biden made his decision. We have to respect that. Kamala and who? All right. I'm going to have a lot of fucking people in my comments telling me I was wrong. My hand's up. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. Let me see if there's any news clips on it yet. Videos. Nothing. No videos yet? Come on, there's gotta be something. Yeah, of course. Go to news. 15 minutes. Literally 3 hours ago, Biden defiantly charges ahead with election run. Fucking, I don't. They haven't even done the live updates yet. So fresh. CSM. There we go. Let's see what this guy says here. Can you see it? You can see it. Unfortunately, you can see it. Biden says he's dropping another race. Presidential race. Democrats prepare to pass the torch. I don't know why we say that. It's fucking ridiculous. No chance that that's become a thing. Joe Biden said we drop out of the race. A stunning move by the 81-year-old came after weeks of pressure. Joe Biden said Sunday would drop out of the race, the presidential race, 2024 presidential race. A stunning decision that came 3 weeks of pressure for the 81-year-old Democrat to quit the contest against former President Donald Trump. That's what he said. We already read all that. Biden's announcement came as a growing number of his fellow Democrats calling him to step aside to allow the party to select a new nominee next month to run next month. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why do we think we have like time to fucking waste here next month? That's kind of silly to me. The president's decision blows open the presidential race less than 4 months before election day. It also poses extraordinary questions and challenges for the Democratic Party, which must now scramble to assemble a new presidential ticket. The next candidate will need to compete against the Republican ticket of Trump and Senator J.D. Vance, win over donors, delegates, and the allies who were loyal to the incumbent, all while convincing voters of their own worthiness for the nation's highest office. Again, let's think about this. Why? I don't see that the big money donors, or even the average $5, $10 donors, are going to somehow either change their mind, not vote, or be like, or not continue to donate. You know what I'm saying? It's still the same cause that we're fighting for, regardless of who is Kamala's running mate. It's still the same thing. Do you know what I mean? They're voting for the same policies, the same against Trump, the same thing, for our morals, our beliefs. So I don't see why. I mean, obviously, people aren't going to be happy that it's so close to the election and it's unprecedented, and we got to figure something out in a short period of time. But when it comes down to it, when the voting booth opens or when the checkbooks have to open, I still think they're going to be there. Let's see. The next candidate will need to compete against the Republican ticket. We already read that, but a growing number of Democrats plan to drop out in the recent weeks. They prefer the daunting task of keeping Biden as their nominee. Biden's campaign did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The 81-year-old president started to hemorrhage support from his own party after a catastrophic debate performance after Trump in June. While he is only 3 years older than Trump, Biden looked and sounded significantly worse on the debate stage. He displayed a stiff posture and sometimes vacant gaze look. He frequently gave answers that were raspy, unclear, and unimpactful in both instances, in both substance and appearance. Biden contrasted sharply with Trump, who looked and sounded the same. No, he didn't. That's fucking ridiculous. That's ridiculous. He absolutely did not sound the same as he did in years. Who was it? Ari Melber? Was it Ari Melber or was it Chris Hayes? I think it was Chris Hayes. Did a fucking a good little video that I probably should play from Donald Trump from 2016, 2020, and 2024, and you can see the progression. He's absolutely not the same, man. He doesn't speak the same. He doesn't even look the same. His vagina on his neck has gotten way bigger, way bigger. You know what I mean? So, I mean, there's no way that
vagina
on his neck looked like that in 2016. It just didn't. It just didn't. Let's see here. Where were we? The debate instantly sets off a crisis among Democrats. Even before it ended, party operatives were raising doubts about whether Biden could effectively campaign against Trump. Yeah, I want to know what happens next. High-profile Democrat donors back drop out with some vowing to withhold campaign contributions in the meantime. Yeah, bullshit. Why would they do that? So they could help Trump. It's just ridiculous. If you're fighting, why you would withhold anything? Days after the debate, Rep. Lloyd Dodge, yeah, we fucking know about that asshole. Biden and his age spent weeks trying to, yeah, we know that. What's next? I want to know what's next. Biden is already, yeah, what the fucking Christ? The grass is better. I'm sorry. Who's next? What's next? What do you guys think? I'm gonna bring you guys up. I know you guys are having emotions. We're having feels here. We're having feels. What are you guys feeling? Stick it with me. Hit me. Let's see here. What do we got? Vote blue no matter who, of course. What happens next? We still kick ass. Here we go, George. I donate lots for my Social Security check to Biden. I know. But again, Arizona, what you didn't donate it to Biden. You didn't donate it to Biden. Let's be fucking all right. Let's be frank. Can we be frank? Yeah. Now that he's gone, and I'm sorry if this pisses anybody off, but I've said it before. I have absolutely. Joe Biden was never my fucking favorite candidate. Okay. I was never hanging Joe Biden signs on my wall. I was never going out and doing shit for fucking Joe Biden beforehand. I wasn't wearing Biden underwear. Okay. He was just the best man at the right time to beat Donald Trump. So that's where my vote went. So when I donated money, I wasn't donating to Biden. I was donating to our cause to beat Donald Trump. And that doesn't change right here. That doesn't change. No, Chris, our democracy didn't just die. Absolutely did not just die. That's crazy. Again, listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. You vote for a cause. You vote for a side. You vote for policies. Those policies are not going to change. Let's see. What else? Nobody is going to choose to vote. Right. Nobody's going to vote. Nobody's all of a sudden switching to fucking vote for Donald Trump. Rocks, I don't believe so because he can't be in line for president. Which one's that, Mel? I'm more interested in the process, honestly. Why am I lagging, for fucking Christ's sakes? Let me get this out of here. We read that. Maybe if I take that off. All right, let me try that. What was I just saying? Fuck. I'm all over the place now. I am heartbroken. I just can't believe this. I'm terrified. No, don't be terrified. That's what I'm saying. Just everybody settle down. Everybody settle down. The money that you gave was not going into Joe Biden's pockets. The money that you gave was going into his campaign to help him fund his campaign to beat Donald Trump. That money is still going to the same place. It's still going to the same use. You're still going to have the same outcome if you do the same thing. So we can be sad that Joe Biden's gone, and we can be grateful for the shit he did and the laws he passed. The list is long, so we can go through it. But let's not get too carried away on being scared. And we're all doing the same fucking thing, right? Everybody in this chat knows what they're doing already. So what we're doing is just worrying about what other people are doing. So what we're not supposed to do is worry about other people. We can only do what we can do. We can only control what we can control. So let's not worry about everybody else. Okay? If we all just stay calm, we know we're going to the ballot box and voting blue, right? Nothing's changing. Right? If anything, we're getting younger. We're getting younger. Right, Kath? Kath's with me. The money, it's not, I don't see much of a, honestly, what, you're going to maybe be happy if we get a younger candidate that can get up there in the debate stage and fucking, we got Kamala, well, how does that work, actually? Kamala would be, how does that work? No. So who takes Biden's place is going to be running as president or running as vice president? Does Kamala now step up? Thank you, Jim. Despair for 1 or 2 days, then get back to work. Right. Not even despair. Well, just respect for Joe Biden. That's all. Sad that he had to go because of his health. Right. Sad that he had to drop out of a re-election, but grateful for the work he did. That's all. Who's next? That's all we got to say. Who is next? How do we get there? Because I already know when that fucking curtain closes behind me in the ballot box what I'm voting for. Doesn't matter what the name is. Does not matter what the name is. So let's stop worrying. Everybody fucking take a chill pill. We're going to be all right. We're going to be okay. Okay? Like I said, the women of this country know. And of course, it just figures. I'm pretty sure Joe must have seen my TikToks that I made on his behalf. staying in the race. That's awesome. That's just great now. That's great. Couple comments I made. Perfect. Sorry. I guess to the person I commented on, I guess your sources are good because I commented on a video the other day where the kid said his sources said that Joe Biden's dropping out of the race. I kind of obviously disagreed in the comments, and his source must be Hunter fucking Biden. I don't know. I have no idea. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, you always got to take family and girlfriend calls. But you hung up on me, Mel. I don't know what that was. You know, everything all right? Hope everything's all right. Well, yeah, we could talk about how the media perpetrated this. We could talk about how Democrats went along with it. Again, I don't see how if we just didn't keep fighting on behalf of Joe Biden for another 4 months, right? But obviously, he knows something that we don't. Let's put it that way. Harris is the only one who can touch the Biden money. Right, so that's why I'm including Kamala Harris in every conversation that I've had, and I think it's very rude and probably a little racist. All right. Hello? I can't hear a word you're saying. Endorsed Harris and who? We need two. But thank you. All right, I see it. All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Yep. All right, bye. All right, so I see it in the comments now that Joe endorsed Kamala. That's what I've been saying. That so that answers my question of who's going to be president. So now, what is the democratic process of her picking a vice president? Is my question. Would anybody in the comments care to take a poke at that? I know there's maybe some, I don't know, lawyers or somebody that knows that's worked in campaigns before that may know how that goes, because I'm not sure. I don't know what the democratic process is for that. I don't know how you get 14 million people to revote. Oh, come on, girly girl. What a rude thing to say. That's fucking rude. Christ. Am I not enough? Just kidding. I probably should text him. Maybe we can get a conversation. Oh, he did text me. Yes, motherfuckers is right, dude. Yep. You want to chat? See what he has to say. And again, I was just don't misread my emotions on this either, because being sad about Joe Biden having to drop out because of his health, I think that's sad to me because he's done a lot. He was getting on in age. Clearly, again, like I said, he must know something that we don't, or didn't read the pressure from just not that many fucking Democrats and not the American people type of thing. He just read that wrong. I don't know. Who knows? Could be anything. But sad? I'm not sad. I'm what, Stargal? What are you? Hit me. What are you? I didn't say I'm sad. I said it was sad that he had to drop out this way. You know what I mean? I know. Sorry, everybody's texting me. I'm sorry, guys. Jesus Christ. I have my, what do you call it, do not disturb on. I got about fucking 78,000 messages. I probably could have been the first one to know if I just checked my phone, but I didn't. But we'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Hunter Harris. Yeah. You let me down? Who did? Richie. Who let you down? I didn't let you down. Well, maybe you can explain. I don't want to say I didn't let you down before. You explain how I did. Listen, I believe with my whole, if that's what you're talking about, I believe with my whole heart that he would, let's see here. Sorry, Brian. We need to be allowed to mourn Joe Biden taken out of the race this late. Dem leaders don't want Harris because billionaires, donors don't. I don't know. I haven't seen much of that, and especially if Joe Biden. I mean, obviously Joe Biden has endorsed Kamala Harris, so why wouldn't the? I mean, the donors are what? What are they looking for? Are they looking for something other than a victory? Because if they're looking something other than a fucking victory, then I can see why they would withhold money. But if they're looking for the same, we're looking for victory. We're looking for a victory over Donald Trump. We're looking at keeping Donald Trump out of the White House. We're looking at keeping the GOP out of power. That does not change. The money goes to the same fucking cause, regardless of whose name's on the ticket, boy, girl, or other. I don't give a fuck. I don't care who the fuck it is. The money goes to the same place. The cause is the same. The fucking the color is the same. It's blue. You're gonna vote for that fucking one. You're gonna check it out, and you're gonna walk out. So let's fucking, you know what I mean? He's still the president in my life. He's still a president. He's not stepping down as president. He's just saying he's out of the re-election. So he's going to focus on being president. So he's still the president of the United States. He's just not running for re-election. So yeah, Mel, wrong timing, but I'm kind of pumped. Let's fucking go, Harris. Women, get shit done. We got this. I'm with you. Definitely shitty timing. That's kind of the understatement of the year. I love it, but excited. What have we all been calling for a long time? We want new, we want younger, we want not Nancy Pelosi, who's been there for 1,000 years, and Dianne Feinstein, and fucking Chuck Schumer. I mean, these people are dinosaurs. So obviously, I wish this was done 2 years ago, but we got some lemons. We got to make some lemonade here. It's the same thing. We're making the same lemonade. Danny, as long as we, let's see what Danny says. Danny says, as long as we get Trump and bet Trump, as long as we bet Trump, as long as we beat, all right, as long as we beat Trump and keep him out of office, that's what's important. We need to rally around the Democrats and not allow Trump back. And Brian, thank you for all you do. We love you like a brother from another mother. Let's fucking go, Danny. You are good. I mean, you are great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And it's, obviously it's the attitude we gotta have. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I can smile knowing that nothing has changed. Again, I'm in my TikTok. I said, no matter what happens from here to the election, doesn't matter. It's not changing what I'm voting for. Okay, there's going to be a box, and it's going to say something over here. I don't give a shit what it says over here. I'm looking at the box that I have to fucking check, and that's it. That's fucking it. Yeah, I mean, because he was basically forced out by the media and fucking Democrats that somehow decided that it was their time, I guess, to rock the boat and step up and try to make a name for themselves, or were scared so shitless that they decided to give up the whole squad. Like I said, these people like Adam Schiff and Chuck Schumer would have been the ones that, if our whole squadron was hiding in camouflage in an area, he'd be so fucking scared when the enemy was coming to look through, even though they didn't see anybody, he'd pop up and fucking just give himself up, and he'd give up the whole crew. That's these motherfuckers. But yeah, I mean, again, thank you, Joe. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. I'm not going to say pass the torch, because I feel like that has fucking just straight Moscow, Kremlin propaganda implications to it. But somebody new. Let's go. Kamala, appreciate you stepping up. We got your back. Whoever you pick, however we pick it, we got their back. That's it. Done deal. Hey, we're all together. Not only that, but we just got younger. Regardless of what happens, we just got younger, which is always good, because young people understand what other young people are going through, or younger people understand what younger people are going through. So let's go. Nothing changes. We're going to keep donating. We're going to keep supporting. Let's go. It's okay. We pulled together. Yes, Robin. We pulled together. We don't need to know why we rally. Exactly. That's fucking just exactly it. We don't need to. And again, I hate saying the whole ham sandwich because I'm not comparing our candidates to a ham sandwich. That's just the verbalization of the the statement. It's it's not a metaphor, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not calling anybody hamster, but it doesn't matter. That's what people say, and that's literally what the mindset we have to have. Doesn't matter who, we're gonna vote blue. Doesn't matter who. You've seen the signs. No matter who, vote blue. No matter who. So here we are. Here we are. Thank you, Alyosha. That's what I mean. Why can't we use, like, you know how I always say it takes a death in my family to, like, get my whole family together. You know what I mean? Or as much as we possibly can. So nobody sees each other for so long, and then somebody passes away, and then that's when everybody finally gets together, and we have just the fucking greatest time ever. You see people in your family you haven't seen, you laugh, you cry, you hug. Something good comes out of it. You may meet somebody and new connections, or you stay in touch with somebody. So there's always something good that comes out of shit like this. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate you, brother. So we could like I said, let's take these lemons, make some lemonade, throw a little vodka in it, and have a fucking party. Because we know we're voting. We know we're winning. There's more of us than there are of them, and we're not changing. And as Hal always says, Trump will always fuck up a free lunch. Trump will still be Trump, and he's getting worse. Correct. Nobody's switching their vote for this. Okay, hold on. Nobody's switching their vote for.
Never fight uphill, me boys. Never fight uphill. They were fighting uphill. He said, "Wow, that was a big mistake. He lost his great general." And they were fighting. Never fight uphill, me boys. But it was too late. The big, fat, sloppy United States.
They call them dumps, big, massive dumps.
Yesterday's a hard word for me.
No, get those lights off. Off. Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off.
Our army manned the airport. It ran the ramparts. It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do. Swami Vive Kamunan Suchin Tendolkar to Virat Kohli. You know what I smell?
All I smell is your bullshit.
Yep, and everybody else does too. Everybody else does too. So let's go. Let's go, cats and kittens, bears, tigers, and lions. It's time. Things just got interesting. Things just got fucking interesting. Let's go. I'm kind of excited. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of excited. Let's see. Does this work? Can you hear this? Let me see if you can hear. Oh, no. I probably should have fucking clicked it, should I? Fuck. I did, though. Let's see. Moms Russo says, well, I'm heartbroken about Joe. I've got Kamala's back. Love you, Bri. Right back at you, Moms Russo. Appreciate you. Sorry, I have another screen up for a second. I can't put you up. But let me see if you can hear any of these. Because I have a ton more in here, but I never know if you can fucking hear them. So I don't use them. Let's see here. Do you hear this? Let me know if you hear this. Thumbs up if you hear it. 3, 2, 1.
When trees fall down, after a short period of time, about 18 months, they become very dry. They become really like a matchstick. And they get up, there's no more water pouring through. And they become very, very, they just explode. They can explode.
Oh, Peter. Let's fucking go. Congratulations, Brian. You're making history in your podcast right now. Peter, God bless you, sir. I don't know about your sentiments. I think you're giving me way too much credit. But thank you so much for your contributions to this channel. I mean, every single week you come through with just a lovely contribution, a lovely gift, a lovely act that helps keep this channel going. So thank you so much, Peter. I appreciate you just more than you could possibly imagine. Oh, you could hear it. Really? How the fuck? How'd that happen? All right. How about this one?
This is the very definition of totalitarianism. Shield and shelter, criminal. Look, wait. They sacrifice every day for the furniture and future of their children. who don't speak languages. We have languages coming into our country. We have nobody that even speaks those languages. They're truly foreign languages. Nobody speaks them.
I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
I hope they now go and take a look at the oranges of the investigation, the beginnings of that investigation. The Mueller report, I wish, covered the oranges, how it started. And then I see the disinfectant, but knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that? By keep our country injection inside or almost a cleaning. Welcome to our country from the Congo. Where do you live in the Congo? We live in prison. Oh.
All right, so that's, again, let me just, a little reminder of what we're voting against. You know what I mean? Like shit like this.
It's a new form of vicious violation to our country. They say a wall is medieval. Well, so is a wheel. A wheel is older than a wall. You know, two things never change, walls and wheels. Wheel will never change. You know, they were talking about technology. Technology is no good without the wall. And but it's something that I've heard for a long time. Two things you will never change in 1,000 years from now, a wheel and a wall.
And a shout out to Hal.
The kidney has a very special place in the heart. It's an incredible thing.
But again, we're all, oh, geez, look at you guys coming through. Holy shit. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Bringing people together. You know what I mean? Something bad happens or something, you know, a little shocking happens and something good comes out of it. So, Christopher, thank you so much for the $20. Now that the Republican Party has a demented old man problem, I wonder how much corporate media will cover it. Correct. Ooh, let's go, Chris, huh? Because now it seems like the Republicans are the only one that has an old guy running that talks about fucking, again, do I have to keep reminding people? They have an old guy running that says shit like this.
We will expel the wall mongers.
You can expel the wall mongers. That's good. That's good. What about this
El
one?
hombre del peliquin. In other words, the man of the toupee. I don't wear a toupee. It's my hair. Dickinson, Hologic, and Cephahide. We appreciate it very much, Tim Apple.
We do appreciate it, Tim Apple. You're a good guy, Tim Apple. Well, we could. Where do you? I like Thailand.
Shifting production to Thailand and to Vietnam.
Thailand's a good place. Or we could keep the United States gay.
We have to keep our country gay.
Maybe he just shit his pants.
I just shit my pants.
Thank you, Christopher. Appreciate you, brother. Tammy. Well, the media got the bump in the ratings they've been angling for. Oh, hold on. Here we go. One sec. What's up, brother? How can I do this? All right, gotcha. Sorry, my do not disturb's on. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to my phone. Sorry about that. All right, I'll send you the link. Appreciate you, brother. All right. Hal's gonna come on and give us his we'll have a little chat and see if we can pump up some spirits and keep people involved and let everybody know that everything's gonna be okay. So give me a second as I send him the invite. I'm gonna copy this. I gotta send it to me first and then I gotta text him. So just bear with me for a second as we try to get our main man Hal Sparks on the show. And a big thank you to Hal for doing this. I know it's Sunday, which is probably family day for him. He doesn't get many of those. So I'm going to compose an email. Of course, everything's being super slow right now. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, to me. Do this. I don't need to do that. I'm going to paste it. Send it. Which should send it to my phone. This is just how complicated things are. Which means I'm going to do this. Gmail. And Gmail. Do this. I'm going to copy it. Copy link. And I shall send it to Housebox. Oh, he wants it to, you wanted it find house and link there? All right. Link. Paste. Sent. All right, brother. If you're watching, it's sent. I shall let you know. I'm going to close everything out so nothing's running. Let me see. Let me get the brands ready so I got his name and stuff. Could be Ryan and Guest. I think we can do like that. And his name's up here. All right. It should give me a little beep when he pops in. So, yeah. So we're just waiting on Hal. I don't know. Was he? I don't know. Was Hal wrong? I don't think so. I think he was just confident in Joe's abilities. You know, I think that Joe just happened. I'm going to say Joe knows something that we don't, and is going to kind of come out with maybe something specific, maybe something non-specific. Maybe he doesn't come out with it. I'm not sure he actually has to. So, you know, people. I mean, we back our candidates, and you know, we can't win them all. Can't win them all. Let me say that, but it doesn't change anything. Again, it doesn't change anything. Yeah, he said we're going to be all right. He says it all the time, and we are going to be all right. He says we're going to win, and we are going to win. Just going to be a different candidate. That's all. So, no, everybody's hopping. Don't hop. Don't hop. He's nice enough to there. He is. Let's go. I'm going to do this and this. Where are you? Hold on. Oh, that's not the one I can do.
This and that. There I am.
There you are, brother. All right.
Well,
Hal Sparks, welcome to Blunt Politics. Everybody, this is Hal Sparks. If you're just joining us, I know we have a lot of new people coming on from different platforms. I put out a few videos this week. Hopefully, have some new viewers. I do appreciate you being here, brother. People in the chat are fired up. Some are scared, some are nervous, some are happy, some are devastated. I myself kind of was a little, I'm not going to lie, kind of got a little choked up reading his letter. Very appreciative of his
sideswipe
and efforts and everything he's
here's
going
what's
to
gonna
do. What do you think?
Yeah.
Give me your thoughts.
Here's what's going to happen. Over the next right now, Bashir's people are talking to Kamala's people. They may have already been in these discussions, but that's everybody's making phone calls all over the place. But I think these conversations were already started. The idea of Harris Bashir has been kind of one of the thoughts that people have had because he's a Kentucky governor, and it builds up. He's their answer to JD Vance in this regard, except he's got executive experience because he's been a governor as opposed to a one-term senator. There are a couple of things that are going on right now, and this would be the fundamental shift that has occurred is that Donald Trump is now the oldest person running for president. And there is no fixing that for them.
My chat made that point. Really good point. That now the Republicans have an old guy running for president problem.
Who's yammering and full of shit and all that stuff. Meanwhile, our guy will be.
You know what uranium is, right? It's a thing called nuclear weapons and other things. Like lots of things are done with uranium, including some bad things.
Absolutely.
Heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your.
And that's not going to improve between now and then. Now, what you do have, and this is my stoic optimism. This is how I operate. There are things that are out of our control and things we can't change. You and I are on the small end of the spectrum. We don't have the audience of the Bro Save America crowd and all that. So they had an impact on this. He absolutely was broomed by the pressure from the donors, from Clooney, and all these stuff. And let me tell you, in the immortal words of Francis from Stripes, you just made the list, buddy. It's like all those folks are now, including sadly Adam Schiff and others, have now made my kind of shit list in this regard. That the idea that there are certain people that have a future in the party in this direction.
But I put up their numbers. Obviously, I'm gonna have to change that graphic.
Right. Well, and also, Tim Ryan, they had what's his name on today that ran, Dean Phillips. None of those guys have a shot, and if anything, they have, because of this, cemented themselves as having a glass ceiling above their head.
What is the democratic process now for Kamala to, or is it Kamala picking? Is it the American people that are going to pick? What is the democratic process now?
Okay, so she picks because a president picks their own vice president. So if she's the top of the ticket, if that's where we're going, and it's where we should, like the problem is that they have a real issue with Kamala Harris, which is nationwide, like national reach as a candidate. Yeah. After 8 years, she would have been great. After 3, it's not necessarily guaranteed, and she's not seen as somebody who was out in front on some of these things the way Biden was with Obama, for example.
Right.
For this trade-off, we're in a similar situation with like Al Gore. Now, Al Gore, unlike Kamala Harris, because he was actually a functional vice president, became wooden over that time. He's a much more charming dude now, but he became very wooden because he was doing a lot of international stuff for the administration, and he basically froze himself because he didn't want to do the wrong hand gesture, and he didn't want to, he wanted to have exude this sort of Tennessee normalcy compared to Clinton, and he boxed himself in. He became stiff, became wooden, and that was the thing about Al Gore. Now, Al Gore won the 2000 election. He won by 500 votes in Florida, but it was too late, and the fact that it was as narrow a margin as it was is what cost him that part. Now, is there a one-to-one Kamala Harris's, the fact that she's a woman of color, that evens out Al Gore's woodenness as far as the volume of voters? Yeah, it's probably a wash. The difference is that in personality, Kamala Harris can now do a hard sell. She's capable of prosecuting that case. She's capable of, even though she hasn't shown it heretofore, because she's been playing the kind of like dutiful vice president character in this, she can now, reignite the stuff that we saw when she was a senator, where she went after people.
I think it's all noise, really. I don't think it changes any of our directions. It changes nothing about what we're gonna do when we fucking close that curtain behind us in the voting booth. We're all voting for the
Everybody's
same
going
thing. It's
Democrat.
just noise, right? So
But
my thing is I gave my apologies. I gave my apologies to my viewers because I had full faith and confidence in Joe Biden that he would at least last till January and then get the inauguration done, and then we could figure out from there what the fuck was going on or what to do from there. So I did. I was wrong on that one. I apologize to the fans, but there's obviously something I think that we don't know. We don't have all the information. I think we're going to find out something either in the long run or in the short term that, Biden knows or has or does something happened specifically that really triggered him to.
Yeah, he has long COVID, or there's any number of things that could cause it. Or quite frankly, it is exactly what it says. The donor class came for him and they got a scalp in this process. And we know exactly who those people are now. Here's what's, the obvious push forward is Kamala Harris and whomever. That whomever will be marginally important, more so, I would argue, than it was with Obama, who on his own was seen as a new generation of firebrand.
Well, there's certainly going to be more scrutiny on it, the pick, because of the timing and it's just, there's no way around it, especially with the intensity of the news cycle, especially now as opposed to then. This is just going to be a circus, to tell you the truth. And I don't know, even the gentleman that you mentioned, the name recognition alone, I wasn't even really sure right off the bat when you said, what is it, Andy Bashir, I think you said?
Yeah.
Right. So, even then we have some sort of issue right off the bat with name recognition for people. But I don't know. I still think it's all noise. Why wouldn't the donors that are still were backing Joe Biden, the American people that were backing Joe Biden, he has now endorsed Kamala Harris. We weren't voting, like somebody in the chat said, and I'm not calling anybody out, but somebody in the chat said, well, I donated a lot of money of my Social Security to Joe Biden. You didn't donate it to Joe Biden. You donated it to a cause. You donated it
and also to the it's the platform and what they will accomplish. Nobody that they put forward at this point is going to vary from that platform. And if anything, they're going to kind of double down on it, specifically while prosecuting the Project 2025 case against Trump and the Epstein connection. The reality is right now, we don't know who the presidential candidate is going to be. Do the delegates automatically jump over? Do we just assume that there's going to be a wailing and gnashing of teeth amongst that crowd. But if they dump her, then the fervor and anger of like black voters, and rightly so,
I
will
think
be enormous.
that's the nuclear option. I think
I agree.
somehow
I think it's
passing up
ridiculous.
in any way, shape, or form Kamala Harris. I mean, in every conversation that I had before you
Yeah,
hopped
I
on, I was
agree.
including Kamala Harris in the situation, because I think it's not only ridiculous for us to skip over the person that's already in this shit, that has been in this shit,
Yes.
and knows what to do, and has been the sidekick to Joe Biden this whole time, to not only overlook her. I think it's not only stupid, ignorant, but I also think there's a little bit of racism tossed in there to anybody that's overlooking the black woman just because. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I agree. And there's a bunch of the sort of like, again, the pod bros have been kind of shrugging off like, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. There's no way around that. You're just going to have to realize that there's a certain level of racism and bow to it. I don't think that's the case. I also think that there is, if we as Democrats comfortable, I'm comfortable with Kamala Harris being president, because in the same way that that's what alleviated my worries about Biden's health or any of that stuff, that if he stepped down, she could absolutely.
She was on deck. She was in the circle.
That's right. That's right. So that doesn't concern me at all. And it ends up being sort of a, the question is who's in the Pez dispenser right behind her for the next, roundabout run, and whether that lasts 5 years or
Why are we not talking about Gavin Newsom right off the bat? I mean,
well, that's okay. So there's a couple. I agree. A couple things. One is there is a belief system behind the scenes elsewhere.
Here's a good question, Hal. I don't mean to stop you. He says, Jim the Geek asks, so do I stop my automatic donation to the Biden campaign?
No. Act Blue will eventually transfer those things over if that's what you're doing. That's what you're using. Or they will find a way to, they'll offer you a refund and you just say no. They'll send you an email and just say no, and it will transfer to whoever the top of the ticket is. It won't be the money part isn't the tooth pull that people think it is. It really isn't. The money will go away for an afternoon and come back in the same afternoon. It'll be one of those things where, like, the Harris campaign has raised more money in a day than any candidate did in history. Well, that's because everybody took their money out and gave it all at once, right? It started from scratch in 24 hours.
Well,
but
you're already starting to see the reports that the big money donors that back Biden are they're hesitant to back Kamala Harris, and it's like that makes absolutely no fucking sense to me, because if you're backing Biden for a reason, right? You're backing Biden for the legislation he passes, the laws he enacts, the vision he has for this country.
Well, their question is, and
and that hasn't changed though. No, even if it's Kamala, that doesn't change, right?
Yeah, well, no, she's on board with what he's doing because she's his VP. That doesn't mean that she would be the same kind of person who would have the ideas that they've had. What you're going to see probably over the next 2 weeks, I would say, and what Kamala's office, the office of the VP, and Biden himself and others are going to have to do is they're going to have to go out and go, Kamala was in the room for all of these decisions, and she's on board with this, 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 and this. Right? This is what happens when you try to take a day off from the fire hose. Yeah, exactly. No, you can't do it. So what they've got to do, and they're going to have to do this. This is going to be what the messaging is all about. Is she played a much bigger part than in these decisions, and the like. The same thing sort of happened, ironically, in reverse with Biden, because a lot of the stuff that he told, there was a lot of "I told you so" from the Obama-Biden administration, where Biden was right and Obama took the advice of the generals, say a couple of times about Afghanistan, and Joe was saying, no, fuck that, we're done.
Right. I think that's in a couple of his books.
Yes, it is. There's a couple of, there's also
he disagreed with a lot of the stuff that a lot of the American people back then disagreed with too, that we were doing.
Yes, that's right. And he was also, again, first out of the gate with gay marriage and those kind of things, which was not in line with the platform and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what their strategy is going to be for Kamala Harris. I don't know if she sits around now for a week and goes, do I run and lose? Am I the person who can actually beat him? Does she have that conversation? Right? Because that you'd have to, right? If you're the vice president and you're like, look, just because I've been vice president, there's a lot of vice presidents that did not get elected. Al Gore didn't
Right.
get elected. Dan Quayle didn't get elected. George H.W. Bush was a one-termer, and a lot of people, that was because the Democrats ran somebody that was just embarrassingly lame against him. Otherwise, he'd never made it, right?
And I mean, like you said, a lot of vice presidents that disagree with not disagree, but have different visions of maybe the similar policies, that the
That's right.
president seems to enact. You know
right.
what I mean?
And you almost have to, you have to reignite that conversation. That's why this was such a dumb ploy that everybody was like, because again, right now, technically we're standing in the middle of a field with a unicorn that farts glitter going, which way is up, and there is no clear path forward other than vote blue no matter who. And that's going to be the rallying cry. The candidate is going to mean less and less in this particular thing. What you're going to hear about is character and youth from whoever it is. And let me tell you, the best surrogate we have right now, hands down, is Pete Buttigieg. Pete Buttigieg will be the voice of whatever this new administration is.
Communicator as well, too.
Yes, Pete Buttigieg is going to be, I would say, whoever takes over or whatever this next path is, the chance of him being Secretary of State goes way up. Because as DOT, as Secretary of Transportation, he was great. And he's super good at this. But his ability to argue points calmly and with, good nature, like, fuck, man, in a less racist, sexist, LGBT unfriendly world where we're not running against Donald Trump, Buttigieg is the VP right out of the fucking gate. Like those, I got to say, Harris Buttigieg, if is a total bet on America's maturity, right? It is an absolute, like, you have to go all in on the idea that people are not going to vote against a woman of color and a gay man, like in 2024, right? That's a big fucking roll of the dice amongst a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
But it is the Democratic Party.
And it also gives the other side a lot of ammunition or let's say a lot of rope to hang themselves with too, though.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
agree.
Because if they start talking about bigoted, racist shit, trying to get at Kamala Harris, and then the bigoted, homophobic stuff, trying to get at Pete Buttigieg, I mean it's almost ammunition in reverse. We put them in place so they can say they're racist shit, so then we can then call it out and tell the American people, listen, this is who they really are.
The upside of them running against Kamala Harris. The question is, which voter group gets motivated the most, and do people stand down against her? Is she Hillary without an email problem? Because she totally is in that regard. As a woman running for office, she doesn't have any of the baggage that would have gone, and she was vice president instead of, say, Secretary of State in the case of Hillary Clinton. She was a senator just like Hillary Clinton. There's a lot of reason why you can, and as a prosecutor, she's, that's it's one of the reasons why I liked her for VP. If they align I will carry on the vision of the Biden-Harris presidency, as we go forward. And she's selling that part of it. Like, this is what we're still in this for working people, bottom up, middle out, all that stuff. If she starts incorporating all the winning Biden arguments and she folds in a mouthy fighter as her VP. And again, this was the idea, like, which way do you go with a vice president? Attack dog or suck up or something like that? We don't need a suck up, so we can just go completely with attack dog. So that's what's going to be. There's going to, you talk about The Apprentice. There's going to be a Veep stakes right now on the Democratic side of people who are like, who can prosecute the case against Trump and JD Vance the best? We're not going to see, an Al Gore or what's his name, Hillary's running mate. I'm blitzing on his name right now because that's how bad it was. Where you have to have somebody who's kind of placated and soft, in the background. So
yeah, kind of, just somebody that goes along with what you're saying, a yes man type of deal. I mean,
Tim Kaine,
I'm curious.
Everybody.
I'm curious what
we're not going to get a Tim Kaine
stock market reaction will be, to tell you the truth. Not that it matters, but I'm just kind of curious because Fox News will be all over that shit.
Well, here's the thing: the stock market's going to be nervous for weeks because it won't know which way it's going, and then there'll be some ruffle around the convention or when she picks a VP or something like that, right?
For me, it's if why we don't just say this second, okay, Kamala Harris just picked Gavin Newsom, and they can both go out and just tear the shit out of the Republicans for so many different policies that they have, so many things that they want to enact, Project 2025, Agenda 47, everything about Donald Trump, his court cases, people that can go out there and communicate it. You know what I mean? We're voting blue no matter who, but it's a huge benefit to have somebody go out there and be able to communicate your thoughts and policies and what you think about the other side and bring to life the negativities and the negative aspects about the people that we're running against.
Right. Somebody just said Mark Kelly in the chat room. That's a strong possibility because it's Arizona. The issue, of course, with Gavin Newsom is that they're both from California.
Oh shit! I didn't even fucking think of that.
Yeah. So it either has to be him at the top and somebody else, or her at the top and somebody else, but never the twain shall meet. And Bashir, like Harris Kelly, sounds a lot tougher than Harris Bashir. Again, and that's part of the conversation right now, you know? So there's and Gavin Newsom has time. He can wait this out. He does not need to rush into this and become VP to become president. The dude is on top of it. He's got decades.
And like I said, I totally overlooked the whole California thing. So it's not even a thing, but I mean, the fact that, we do have a lot. It's just, I think, name recognition. And again, but this isn't a normal election. So talking about this as a normal election, like, okay, name recognition, other candidates going to know him. I don't think anybody gives a shit, honestly. I think fucking people, like we have said, have been stuck in their vote for the last 2-3 years. They know who the fuck they're going to vote for. This is all noise that we wish didn't happen, but is happening. We kind of have to figure out what the fuck we're doing. But in the end, we all know what direction we're going. So everybody's kind of worrying right now about everybody else. So what we have to do is worry about ourselves, be confident in our vote, and make sure that everybody else is confident in their vote, and don't listen to the noise. So everybody that's freaking out and saying, I want to cry and shit.
Harris Raskin's not happening. It's not going to be Raskin. It's not going to be any House member. That would make no sense. It's going to have to be somebody who has executive experience or is at least a senator equal to it. So a VP pulling a senator in is a very strong possibility. But even still, what should happen, and this is exactly what you're talking about, and is absolutely right.
Beto?
No, it won't be Beto O'Rourke. We don't need to clamp down more of the hardcore at this point. We don't. If Harris talks like Biden, which is bottom up, middle out. Yeah, you're going to pull in somebody more, leaning independent stuff. It's not going to be Bernie Sanders. He's too old. The idea that you have you want to run a young ticket, so they're going to pull in people who are young, and it's not going to be two women. It won't be her and Whitmer. Shapiro. It won't be her and AOC. Shapiro's a possibility. He's Jewish. That will be an issue with some voters. It's New York, but he's in a good position right now. And again, young enough to not have to move. He's good as that governor. That was a big deal. And that, brings people back to, and solidifies New York. Again, these are the conversations that are happening. You and I know, though, that there are two primary, groups that, we need to concern ourselves with as far as voters, which they're going to have to do a shore up. They're going to have to figure out somebody that goes, okay, you got a problem with a woman, you got a problem with a person of color, here's a white redneck, kind of. That's the zone where they're going to, if you're going to balance the ticket and cover your ass because you're trying to go nationwide, that's what it would be. If it's somebody, and again, it's one of these things where what Manchin and Tester and other have been jockeying for to be her Dick Cheney. Who's her Dick Cheney is really what they're talking about. And there's nothing wrong with having that conversation. It's, but nobody knows exactly who will solve that. So and it'll solve it for some people and anger other people. That's going to happen. The forward push has to be vote blue no matter who. And whoever's running for the VP slot right now, the decision about them, they should be the attack dog for the administration. And charming and interesting and a future and young-ish. Older than J.D. Vance. They have to be older than J.D. Vance and more experienced, which isn't hard. And right? And they have to speak to a similar crowd. I mean, I could do it, but I'm busy. But yeah, so I'll throw my hat in the ring on Monday.
I'm really curious about the I don't know, the voters and the 14 million that voted for Joe Biden in the primary, and then now just having somebody pick. I'm worried about a little backlash coming out of that. I feel like that could be a possibility too, because I mean, there's, like I said, there's been a few people in the chat that I gave a lot of money to Biden, and although again I'm trying to tell you that it's more than just giving to Biden, there's a lot of people that are going to feel that way.
Sure. Well, and also none of them. That's why I'm saying what Harris and everybody will do is we're still following what the Biden plan. We're all in this together. Bottom up, middle out is how we're going to do things. Labor friendly. This is the. I was Joe Biden's VP because we agree on
sticking with the unions.
Of stuff. Yeah, none of that's going to change. And her languaging about it will be almost identical to Biden's. Just count on it. And what she'll do, though, is she'll prosecute some aspects of, the crime, and they'll come after her. Her biggest liability will be the border, right? And so what she can do is if she goes out and prosecutes the border bill again and goes, look, we're trying to fix this border. They put me in charge of it. We worked very hard with Langford and all these other people, and we put together this border bill, and Donald Trump shot it down. We need to fix our border. I can do it. We've been looking at this. We've been dealing with this. And she sells it in a way that Biden didn't or won't going forward because he's ending his term in this regard.
I'm also now convinced that Donald Trump's next speech will be his most racist, bigoted, and vile speech to date.
Yes, sexist, awful.
Right. Yep. I'm calling it now.
But I will say this, and I say this largely because, again, Donald Trump, never underestimate Donald Trump's ability to fuck up a free lunch. Donald Trump will not only, I agree, will double down on this. He might try a unity swing again, but he's incapable of doing it, right? It's like, they're a wreck, so come over and we'll do a balanced thing. And I don't even know anything about this Project 2025. Then he'll say crazy Nancy and crazy Kamala, and then we're off to the races. It's just how it'll happen. He's a mess. He's a fucking mess. Again, there's no healing from this. He's now the oldest guy running, and his dementia is now the conversation.
Well, I was talking to the audience earlier about, I think Chris Hayes had a segment where he played, basically we came out and said, I know everybody's talking about, how Joe Biden is aged, and it's, they've got a point, obviously. And I think what happened is, I think the aging process, it was accelerated by the stress of being president of the United States, obviously. I mean, we all know, and we've seen the pictures of Obama beginning.
Nothing's happened during his presidency.
Right. So, but now, fuck, I lost my thought. What was I saying?
Oh, that he did. Chris Hayes did this thing about, and we need to focus
Chris Hayes,
on Trump's.
Right. So he basically, what he was talking about is he showed Trump campaigning in 2016. He showed a little bit of Trump from 2020, and then he showed him what he looks and sounds like now. And there's a fucking huge variation between 2016 Donald Trump, the way he speaks, the way he looks, talks, walks, everything in 2024 going into 2025 Donald Trump. So, I mean, to say that, again, I am a bit excited, to tell you the truth, about not only the future in this election, but what's to come after that, because we have a lot of young people in our party that can verbalize and can communicate and get our policies out there, and also, again, let people make people aware of the negative aspects of the people that we are running against. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Thank you. I said, I appreciate Joe Biden for everything he's done. He's had a hugely consequential presidency. He's still going. Obviously, he didn't drop out of being president. I know some people are kind of saying that.
Not going to.
Right. He's still president of the United States. He's just not running for re-election. So, again, we give him thanks and praise. I appreciate it. Everything he's done, give him a huge salute, and we move forward.
That's right. And I look forward to seeing, and we'll see it this week. We're going to see the news will be about this week. Does Kamala Harris have what it takes to be president, and her getting out there and having this conversation, right? That will be the key in this situation is does, you know, and that being the news story, comparing her and her age and fitness and her awareness to Donald Trump's sharks and fucking electric boats bullshit. And you know, and all she has to do is go, you know, this is the first and last time I'm going to bring up Hannibal Lecter. Silence of the Lambs is a great movie, but it's fiction. Can we talk about the issues? And
Wasn't it only one lamb?
Yes, it's singular. Well, she would say it properly, though. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt that she would think it was Silence of the Lamb. But again, I got to tell you, the like, as mad as this makes me, and there are some people that were involved in this push out, because I know he could do it.
Right,
I know I know he will. And by the way, the other conversation you're also going to hear is, I consider Joe Biden to be the most consequential president in my life, or whatever she says. And I will always have, you know, his counsel when I'm doing these things or whatever, because I expect him to have a long life.
6 fucking months is all I needed, Hal. 6 fucking months is all I needed.
Right.
That's all I need. Just stay behind him. Fucking put, like, you know, fucking hold the rope, hold the line, push forward. 6 months, get him elected. If he feels at that point he can't do it, what we have the ability to, in the process is to have something happen at that time. All I needed was 6 months. And the fucking media, these asshole low IQ Democrats, the Russians, and the people that believe the shit coming out of fucking Russian propaganda and the Kremlin had a big part in this. I really absolutely believe that. I think you're 100% right. And it's very unfortunate that that we're in this position. But again, lemons, we got to make lemonade out of lemons. It doesn't change anything, really. It doesn't. I mean, it seems like it does. It seems like the whole world just fucking shifted and everything just changed. But when you sit back down in your chair, you fucking take a breath. You're doing the same thing in November.
Exactly.
And everybody in here is doing the same thing in November, and that's just the fact of the matter.
There's no there's no kind of soft middle ground, anyways. Right? There's no soft middle to this. This is 100%. You know, the Democrats are the party of working people and women and rights, and the Republicans have doubled down. And by the way, the timing of this, there's all this back and forth about people ganging up on him and all this kind of shit. And all those people are going to kiss his ass this week, by the way. And I'm not letting them off the hook.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much, Joe.
Such a hero, right?
Oh man.
Fuck you.
Thank
you drove him out.
You
but on top of that,
motherfuckers.
part of the decision to go with JD Vance was made by Trump and his people, thinking we've got this locked. If you listen to the conversation about the RNC last week, a lot of people were talking about how Trump, this was an ego choice of JD Vance. I don't need to broaden my tent. We're already going to nail this. And he picked somebody that was a closed tent candidate.
And not only that, but probably the most unqualified candidate ever to be fucking running for vice president of the United States.
Except, again, this is the party that chose Dan Quayle. And, it's like they're used to this.
Freshman, pretender, Yale, pretending to. Did you hear the music he came out to at the rally?
No,
it was like fucking country bumpkin, Kentucky, fucking like he had a fucking.
Don't even fucking start. All right, listen here, JD. Listen, VD Vance is one of the greatest country people to ever come out of Yale. Okay, let me tell you something. What I don't want to hear this hashtag Gay D Vance going around or whatever. Stop telling people he's a closet case. Let the Republican Party focus on something, okay? Let them focus on the fact that his wife ain't white. That's enough for them. They don't have to know that he's gay as well. Both things freak them the fuck
a son
out.
named Vivek. You know what I mean? It's weird to me. I don't know what the Republican Party has it in them to accept 2 Viveks in 1 year.
I don't think they can. Absolutely not. And both of them went to highfalutin schools, like your regular hillbilly. Most people don't know this, but I went to Cambridge. That's true. Yeah,
in Massachusetts, Massachusetts or England?
Yeah, the town. I don't mean the school of the same name. I was up there. I was like, look. I looked through a phone book once, in a shitter in the gas station of one. So that's me studying at Cambridge. Anyways, so look, VD Vance is the man, and I don't want to hear any of this hashtag gay D Vance nonsense.
Joe has not officially dropped out. Stop. This may be fake. For fuck's sake, stop. I'm gonna say it's not fake. I've seen very reputable.
It is not fake.
Reputable
it's come
people
from the official accounts. It is officially come from all the official accounts.
But again, on the good side, this takes away at least 75% of what the Republicans and Donald Trump talk about and speak about in their their stump speeches. What they're exactly.
What is Donald Trump going to do right now? Preach unity. Preach that I want to reach across the aisle. That's why I brought on JD Vance as my dude.
Listen, the only way Donald Trump is reaching across the aisle now is to grab Kamala by the pussy. All right, that's the only way he's reaching across the aisle.
Which, by the way, September debate.
I mean, there's so much to figure out before then. And again, I was reading an article today, and they were hoping to get a candidate by next month. And it's like, a month right now is like a fucking. I know, but before that, I'm talking about before that. We need one like now. We're not talking a month. A month is like a huge amount of time in comparison to when the election is, and how much time that person will then have to again create a name, create a path. Get out there and speak to fucking news agencies and do debates and shit like that. I mean, there's not that much time to pack this shit in. We have, again, and that's all right. I don't mean to stop you, but we have the policies, we have the talking points. Nothing's changed on that point either. Nothing's changed on that side. So nothing. This doesn't erase anything negative about the Republican Party, and it doesn't. And anybody that steps into this spot and Kamala know what the fuck is going on with the Republicans. So they still have the ammunition to go at them with.
It'll be this week. They'll know by the end of the week who's going to be her running mate.
That's perfect because that's exactly what we need to do. When I read next month, I was like, what the fuck? Next month?
No, they have to. They need it because they have to officially nominate the president and the vice president at that. But Trump didn't make his decision until 10 minutes before he stepped on stage, basically at the RNC,
or at least announced
they made one. Yeah, exactly. Well, no, I mean he was still making his decision at the RNC.
I still think he wanted Doug Burgum, to tell you the truth. In my opinion.
Yeah, Don
and I
Jr.
think that would have been.
Eric
I think it would have been a better choice for him too, to tell you the truth. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Because you can't. There's no getting away from the guy that called you America's Hitler. I'm sorry. You can't call a guy an opioid in Appalachia, where opioids are killing people by the fucking thousands. That has more meaning to the families in that area. Might sound stupid to the people outside of that area that may not know what the fuck. Oh, why'd he call him an opioid? But
or allegorical
if you're in,
to
in any area that's been struck by the opioid crisis or fucking fentanyl or anything like that, that mean there's no getting away from that. And the fact that the Republicans now have to put on some fucking fake face and wave to JD Vance years after they probably shit on the guy, years at the same time as they're kissing Donald Trump's ass, years after they fucking probably shit on the guy when he was on The Apprentice, when he was known for being a con man and fucking crook in New York City and nothing more. I mean, I know the people I hung around, we always shit on Donald Trump, his stupid fucking hair, his the way he looked and moved and shit like that. And the same people that did that are now trying to kiss his ass. And they did the same thing to JD Vance when he called him, he's got interviews on video talking shit about Donald Trump.
Right. Well, it's one thing there's a lot of video of and texts and other stuff of JD Vance shit talking Trump. There are also a big chunk of video of people that are on Trump's side shit talking JD Vance, saying he's untrustworthy, saying he's good. If he ended up being VP, he'd be put there by the deep state to undermine Trump. And this is just, corporate Silicon Valley money through Peter Thiel, and he's his boyfriend and blah, blah, blah.
Hence the country boy bumpkin, the country bumpkin music view that he's trying to fucking pull off. Like he's coming out with a piece of wheat in his mouth or something like that. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the other thing too. Is
in a $1,200 suit. He's got a $1,200 suit on, coming on to bluegrass.
Yeah, what? Totally makes sense. So again, we are, in uncharted territory. We are where we are specifically. I don't know.
A few videos I have to erase, I think. I think I have to take
I don't know. I stand by
I'm
what I
just
say because
kidding.
because it was never up to us, right? It was, and here's the thing.
No, but I'll just speak for myself. I went hard for the whole, Biden is going to be the candidate. Biden will be there till the end. Biden's going to get us through this. Let's ride with Biden and that whole thing. So again, I don't mean to steer people in the wrong directions, but there
Frangela
are
has
some
to
things.
rewrite. Frangela has to rewrite her act right now,
But some things are out of your control. Like who could foresee this? You know what I mean?
And if she's not the candidate next weekend, like I hope Frangela doesn't burst into flames in Atlanta when they walk out on stage.
Oh man, it's just gonna be crickets.
Right.
I don't know, but there's a lot to figure out. There's a lot to work on. Again, it just I'd like to everybody take a step back. Let's really look at what the hell is going on. I feel like we're looking in one of those the balls that you shake up with the globes in the snow, and it's like we're on the outside and we're looking at a mess going on in the inside, but it really doesn't affect what we're going to do.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It has not changed my vote at all. I'm going to vote for whoever the Democrat is, period, end of story. There's an awareness of that is partly what drove Biden out.
I know what you will have to change, though, Hal, is your name tag.
Why?
Well, you can't. You're not a. I mean, you are a Proud Biden voter, but it doesn't really make sense to say so anymore. Now you're a Proud Harris voter.
Well, here's the thing: when she becomes president, absolutely. But I voted for him, right?
Oh, I got you.
Voted for him.
As president now, I got you.
I stand by what I said about the man and his ability to keep serving. No matter what these people drove out. This was not this isn't predicated on a day in the calendar. You know what I mean? This dude's gonna end up having a picture hanging in my house like fucking Truman. So I'm a proud Obama voter too.
Right. No, I got you. I was only fooling you.
Yeah. So yeah.
But I mean, I appreciate you coming on. Like I said, I know there's probably going to be a shitload for you to have to talk about this week in your shows. I'm excited to see what we have to get into and what the reactions are from the right. I don't even know where to go from here. Do I even bother playing a little bit of Trump's?
Same people that tried to shoot. The same they that tried to kill Trump drove out Biden so that fucking the World Economic Forum can take over.
I told you.
Oh yeah.
I told you. We told you, folks. He was going to drop out, and we told you, folks. I can't stop licking my lips.
Yeah,
Greg Kelly.
Yeah. And the other thing too is like you do realize that Biden is now the most powerful president that has ever lived because of the immunity
Doesn't
rule.
have to worry about re-election. Now is fucking doesn't have to worry about the Supreme Court.
Nothing.
Yeah, right. He just fucking freewheeling now, baby.
Yeah.
He's gonna be signing some fucking serious president executive orders.
Heather, that's brilliant. I want 6 months of the darkest Brandon. Right. Hi, Robert.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure everybody is okay in the chat. Like I said, I know it's a shock. I know it's something that is rarely happens. You didn't expect. But again, when we take a step back, everybody's online going crazy. But when you get offline, you sit down for dinner. Again, you're gonna realize that you're focused. Your mission did not change. All we have to do is figure out who's on the ticket and what box, what the box that we're checking, what is going to say next to it. That's fucking it. That's all.
Whoever else runs, no matter what, is going to get the same amount of Democratic voters that Biden was going to get because everybody was all in anyways. That's why we were easy and comfortable with any of his gaffes and that kind of stuff, because he was a good man with a good policy, and that's where Democrats are going.
And don't underestimate the against Trump vote, right?
Yes.
Where it doesn't matter what the fuck is going on, no matter what, no matter what, I'm voting against Donald Trump. That's a big portion of people out there too. They might not be loud. You might not see them every day. They're probably not online talking on Twitter, but believe me, they're out there.
No question. And all the ifs and thens have passed us. We are now into this uncharted territory. And the reality is that, again, Biden will continue to fight against Trump and will do campaign events for Harris as well. He just doesn't have to sell himself as the person to do it, so he can do them at his leisure while he's being president, which is probably, there'll be a bunch of moments where like, where the fuck's this guy? Why couldn't he be president? Because you know what I mean? That's going to be
You
a
know
bunch
what
of
I
shit.
think? I think this gives Joe Biden a great opportunity to go after the media for their coverage of this election.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying? So now when he's on the campaign trail for Kamala or whomever it may be, he has pretty much free reign to say, listen, like he was doing in his interview with Lester Holt, kind of, but more of it and more aggressive. You know what I mean? There's two ways to cover this campaign. You can either talk about the fact that I had a bad night, or I'm getting a little bit old, but my policies are incredible and the country's doing well and the stock market's high, record low unemployment, CHIPS Act, PACT Act, Inflation Act, American Rescue Plan. I mean, you could go on and on. Instead of talking about, instead of focusing on the rapist and the convicted felon and the man that sexually assaulted a woman, the man that was on Jeffrey Epstein's flight log 7 times, the man that got $15 million from China while he was president, the man that paid $200,000 to China in taxes. The same year he paid $750 for federal taxes for the same country he was fucking presiding over. The same man that is on court for stealing is going to court, or should be going to court. Something's going to happen. I know that case ain't going fucking nowhere. Whether it's Eileen Cannon or whoever the fuck's presiding over, that case ain't going nowhere. I can tell you that much. The man stole top secret classified documents pertaining to nuclear material and fucking a defense strategy pertaining to a country if they were attacked by another country, one of our allies. So that's shit that if gets out, that's human intel that got all that information. Those are people on the ground in certain countries, undercover, with fucking doing their duties and are putting their lives in jeopardy every single day if they're caught. And if this information gets out, that's who gets fucked up. Then they know, okay, the person that I'm dealing with, there's only one person that could have leaked this information, and it was the guy that I dealt with here. So now they know. You know what I mean? So it's dangerous shit. None of that changes, and the focus has to be on that. And the fact that Joe Biden can now call out the media pretty much with reckless abandon because he doesn't have to worry about getting reelected. You know what I mean? His approval ratings really don't give a hoot anymore, right? As long as the country's still doing well, his policy doing well, I think he can get fired up and really get behind Kamala.
He can help close the gap for her in some of the swing states as well. And they'll go, well, she'll have his ear in the same way that people that were uneasy about like Hillary were like, well, Bill will give her some advice, right? That was partly what got her the 3 million votes that, over the top that she needed. The question is swing states, and that'll be fine. We have a much better ground game now than we had, and the Republicans still have a shitty one. And also, she's 59 years old, and Donald Trump is 78, whatever. And she's totally aware and totally smart, has experience on in the administration as a senator. She's a prosecutor. She has all these like reasonable, functional, like she's got all the baggage of a regular candidate and none of the awful that Donald Trump has attached. We now have a woman of color, which is probably the two strikes against her, right? Those are the two, right? In terms of certain voters, which are awful and fuck them, they've got someplace to go. That's what the Republican Party's for. And Donald Trump has rapey McPussy grabber who fucked up the economy and COVID and is still full of shit and is out on the trail blathering about sharks and electrocution and Hannibal Lecter and cannibals and immigrants are destroying our country. Right.
I think the one thing I take out of everything you said is the attack dog, the pit bull. I think whoever is that person that we pick needs to be that a fire, not a firebrand, because that's what fucking Matt Gaetz and all those assholes use. But you know what I'm talking about. It's somebody go in there and fucking stoke the fire and really be able to communicate our policies because devil's advocate. Sometimes Kamala has her issues with communications and interviews and speeches and stuff like that too. So,
everybody does. But what she's going to do is, there's a couple things. We're going to have continuity in the cabinet. I'm very happy with everybody that's working. We have a great working relationship, all that kind of stuff. So everybody who thinks that Biden's just been the figurehead and the team around him is who's been coming up with all these awesome policies can still believe that. And Biden will be there to prosecute the case against Donald Trump on her behalf, and whoever her VP choice is will be able to do that. You'll have a double team happening in that regard. And, and that's again, you get Obama as a former president coming out in support of her. He'll definitely campaign for her in all the places you need him to be. Biden will be doing it on her behalf. And how many former Republican presidents and presidential candidates are supporting Donald Trump? 0.
Right. Not only that, but the 40 people that worked with him, or 44 people that worked in his administration that aren't backing him. His vice president not supporting him. The reason that he has to pick another fucking vice president in the first place is because he had his supporters almost kill his first one. They set up a gallows and a noose on the lawn of the Capitol. Let me repeat that in case people don't remember, because I know sometimes Americans have fucking short memories, and it affects us negatively a lot. Because people, American citizens, used wood, nails, hammers, shit that they brought with them. They thought about
screw
it,
guns.
planned it out,
They
thought about
charged
it,
up batteries for screw guns and showed up with that.
bought the material, brought it to the Capitol, erected a fucking gallows like it was fucking 1939 in Poland or some shit, and actually hung a noose from it. And then not only that, went chanting through the halls of the Capitol looking for Mike Pence, Nancy Pelosi, and anybody else they disagreed with that they got their fucking hands on. I guarantee they would ended up right on that fucking gallows. And we're lucky it didn't fucking happen. But remember that shit happened. That's what we're up against.
Yeah, absolutely. So I got to tell you, I feel.
You see that, Hal? Does that say 40,000? I think that says 40,000.
Yes, it does. 40,287. Yeah. And that's with people taking their wins out of it, clearing like 40.7. It's going to hit. Let me tell you something. Here's what's going to happen too. Right around the convention, you're going to hear from either the Fed is going to announce a quarter basis points drop, or they're going to schedule it for September, which is in and of
and
itself.
And then the right is going to say, "Oh, the deep state planned this for the election. They did this right before the election."
They shot Trump with a bullet dipped in dumbass, and
Oh
now
my
he
God.
can't think straight. Yeah.
Did you hear
they shot
Ronnie
Trump with a
Johnson?
bullet.
Did you hear Ronnie Johnson said it was a 2 centimeter gunshot wound. Yeah, and I said obviously they measured it with
no
Trump's
stitches.
dick, so they knew it was fucking.
Yeah, right. Yeah. His whole hand could fit in it.
And then but I put up a visual representation on screen of what 2 centimeters is. Sounds little, right? But when you put it up to a fucking there was a visual representation of a credit card next to it. Dude, that gash, that would have taken off the fucking whole top of his ear. The whole top of his ear, if it you know what I mean?
Right.
2 centimeters of your ear is a pretty big fucking chunk of your ear. You know?
Goofy horseshit. Agreed. So,
and he doesn't even have his license anymore.
So
it expired.
I want everybody to the main focus will be, and especially because Biden has endorsed Kamala Harris, it will make it very hard for anybody to drive her out. She has the deficits around everybody else that they could put in place are the same. It's a wash. So it's the policies people will be voting for, as well as her capability as a vice president, and Biden, supporting her. And Biden has absolute immunity. Just appoint Kamala as the next president. Nobody can say anything. Yeah, and then call off the election. Yeah.
What is the test to that, though? Really, though? I mean, what is the actual test to that? Because they can't stop it from happening to begin with. They really have to stop it afterwards in some sort of legal process, because it seems like somebody could test the waters on that fucking theory a lot.
Totally. Oh, there's a bunch of areas where you could, just to get your toe in the water, that would freak everybody
That's what I'm
the fuck
saying.
out. I think
and it gets done, and then they have to come after you after and try to reverse it, which is always difficult. Once something's done, it's like people being homeless. The best way to stop somebody from being homeless is to catch them right before it happens, because once it happens, it becomes exponentially more difficult to try to get that person back off the street. Same thing here.
That's right. Yeah. Well, and again, this Kamala, regardless of what people might think of, like whether they're excited by her or any of that kind of stuff, her character is not in question. And the idea that she will not, everybody's aware that as a former prosecutor and somebody who gives a shit about law and order, and maybe more so than some people were comfortable with, again, because she was considered, to the right of Biden on some of these things, even with his, with the crime bill, which, by the way, for the record, the crime bill, as I've said before, did not lead to more people of any color being locked up. Had nothing to do with that. It was the fingerprint system and VICAP.
It's
so
like that stupid talking point where they talk about Robert Byrd of the KKK, even though he was out of the KKK. The NAACP was fucking, was
right
working with them, and there was many other political. There was about fucking 75 other political leaders at the guy's funeral. So it's a fucking ridiculous talking point. It sounds good to them, but if you really look it up, it's horseshit.
Yeah, exactly. And so she's got. She has the normal deficits of a normal candidate with medium to high, approval and awareness. Right. That's where she is right now. Donald Trump is still Donald Trump. He's still gonna the Epstein stuff about him is true. His record is still true, and that's exactly where I was going. Is that he is just going to get worse at speaking between now and the election. And by the way, for the record, any flub Harris has will be seen as simply that. She reversed a word. Nobody cares. It won't be seen as tied to dementia or anything like that. People go,
well, it's another candidate that didn't say she had the best words ever.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, exactly. So we've got nothing to worry about in terms of her. The question is, we're the door knocking and moving, and can we get America ready for its first woman of color president? And I like her as the VP for the exact same reason. So fuck yeah, let's do this. Let's show the Republicans how it's done and get a woman of color in the fucking presidency in my lifetime.
I think this could backfire. This has the opportunity. If we play our cards right and everybody stays the course, I think this has a very high opportunity to backfire on the Republicans, because if we all of a sudden start bringing out all of our younger fucking candidates to start, firing away. Well, maybe I should not say that after this. All of our candidates to come out and, get involved politically and start having more power in this party and being the face of the party instead of some of the older members that we've had in there for years. I think they might really regret the fact that they did that, because we have some unbelievable communicators. We have some people that absolutely know the morals and the direction that this party wants to take this country in. And if we can get those people in front of the camera, get the American people to, like I said, name recognition, get them to understand that we're pretty much all on the same page. We differ on a few things, which is what politics should be. We're all pretty much in the same bubble, but we just kind of disagree on how much should be allocated to this, or, how should it be this much or that much? Like, it's going there. We all know it's going there, but how much or where should it come from type thing. That's how politics should be, not fighting over. No money goes to that. Nothing goes to there. We're going to totally do away with Social Security. No money should go to Ukraine. I mean, that's not fucking politics. That's ridiculousness.
Yeah. So,
Comments.
Biden, yes.
Comments are scared.
I'm just.
They're all over me today.
Who is?
My chat. It's all right.
Yeah. It is totally totally welcome. Again, this gives me even more
it's
reason.
It's just sad when I'm trying to build them up, Hal, and they're like, "Man, I wish Hal was on today to build me up." And I'm like, "I'm trying right now. What are you trying? It's rude.
Right.
It's just rude."
No, let me tell you something. There was a momentary, I guarantee it, in Trump land, there was a momentary wow, like, we got a scalp. Yes.
And then
like
shit.
And then exactly, like, within seconds, there was like, fuck, man. Now we are the ones with the old fart.
Crumbling up his speech. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Like, do we go
Joe
for
Biden, the oldest president? Yeah, he did 10 worst presidents. Add him up. He's doing. He can't walk. He can't talk. Now, his whole fucking stump speech has to be rewritten. You know what I mean? And now, just like I said, he's going to be replaced.
Going to do it.
It's going to be replaced with sexist, depending on who the running mate is, homophobic, xenophobic, fucking rhetoric, and it's only going to show the American people who he is even more.
Exactly who he is. That's right. And
all right,
and
Hal.
what it will drive.
What are your final thoughts? Give some people some levity here. Give some people some hope. Let's go.
I would argue that the timing of this could have not been more perfect to paint Trump into a corner with JD Vance, and that in and of itself is probably the biggest upside. Besides the fact that Donald Trump is now the oldest person running for office right now. And in the entire country, insofar as I know, Thanks to, we don't have Feinstein anymore. So and Mitch McConnell's dropping out. So Donald Trump is now the oldest person running for office right now. And Joe Biden is still president with all the powers that this Supreme Court gave him going into this election.
I mean, there's nothing to disagree with there. Like I said, we stay the course.
I got to go write a bunch of jokes for next week.
I know. I mean, like I said the other day when we met in Boston, I was laughing because you always mention it in your bits. Like sometimes the one thing can happen. You spend a week on some jokes that are fucking perfect. Right. You nailed them. They're fucking they're right on point. You're gonna nail them, and then one thing happens, and it's like, well, throw that over your shoulder. I'm going to start from scratch now, and that's exactly what happened in the Sexy Liberal tour. I mean, soon as we didn't even, it was literally 2 seconds before we met that the news was coming out. So it was like, we were both kind of freaked out together. You know what I mean? I was like, what?
Yep.
What's going on? But anyways,
that's right.
I very much appreciate you joining me. Thank you so much for coming on and having this conversation and kind of, letting people know that it may seem like a nuclear explosion, but in reality, nothing has changed. I mean, at the same time, a lot has changed. Nothing has changed. And I know that may sound weird, and I know it's counterintuitive, but that's just the truth. It really is the truth.
Absolutely.
So all the noise that you hear,
we are voting for policies and positions that are consistent throughout the Democratic Party. So much so that they've driven the Mansions and their ilk out effectively, and that consistency is so much there. So we've got nothing to worry about in that regard.
All right. Well, Hal, as always, I appreciate you, brother. I will be in the chat tomorrow as usual. You have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Thank you for joining me. Chat, thank you. Hal Sparks, my man. Thank you so much. You guys, you have a wonderful day. Tell everybody I said hello, please.
Will do. Okay.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. All right, guys. Hal Sparks. And again, like I said, as much as something has changed and everything has changed, nothing really changes about what our focus is, what we're standing for, and what we're going to do when we get in that fucking ballot box. That's just the fact of the matter. It just really is the fact of the matter. So let's have our day of freaking out. Let's have our day of fucking stupid comments on Twitter and everybody kind of speculating on what's going to happen next, and then let's get back to business. All right, let's just get back to business. We have work to do. We have work to do, and it's not affected. It really isn't affected by anything that happens over here. As crazy as that seems, it's not a normal election. So let's not treat it like a normal election. If this was a normal election, then we'd have some fucking reason for to freak out. And then because a lot of people may change their minds because if the candidates were similar in any way is what I'm talking about. But obviously the candidates, no matter who runs, are couldn't be any further apart on the political scale. So it doesn't really change. That's all I'm saying. You don't want to drink. Nobody wants to drink. I appreciate you guys. Who's this? West with the sevens? It's got to be. Yes, he is. Too many people no longer trust the government nor the media. Whom can you trust? Maybe these two guys. At least I know that they are mostly trying. Wes, that is just fucking incredibly nice of you. I do appreciate it. And it's again, the broad brush things I don't really like the all politicians suck type thing. Not all of the media is useless. Not all of the media lies to you. You really do have to do more work now to sift through the bullshit. It's not like you can just watch one channel all the way through anymore. Because inevitably somebody on that channel is going to come on and spew at least some sort of rhetoric that is just not helpful, not true, non-democratic. But not all of the media is bad. Still, I mean, we all say it, but then we all go back to posting, articles from CNN or articles from Politico or this or that type of thing. So there's no way for us to get rid of our need for the media or the press like that. So it is harder to sift through it. Again, Lynn, perfect. This too shall pass. Fucking perfectly said. Perfectly said. Again, we all thought when let's figure when the debate, we thought that was going to be the end of it. We thought that was going to be just devastating. But the polls did not show that. Now, the backlash from that did inevitably have the outcome and have the effect that it intended. But again, I don't think. Let's just look at me. I'm not freaking out. Not freaking out at all. Yes, Mel is a rock star. Who said that? Robin. Oh man. Thank you for your appreciation, Robin. She does a fucking fantastic job. And again, speaking of, doing something and having to change it 2 seconds later, I mean, Mel spent a lot of time and energy trying to get this up. You know? Fucking great graphic. And now we can't even use it. How about them apples? All right, but anyway, we do have let's see, it's 3:40. I'm going to go to 4. This is what I'm going to do. We might as well show a little bit of let's have a little laugh at least, please. Can we on a good note and have a little laugh at least? Let's see here. I'm gonna go to just a couple minutes of some funny shit. That's all. That's all. Nope, I don't want that one. Should I do the clips maybe? No. No, I don't want to watch 9 hours. What are you, out of your mind? Holy shit! All right, maybe this is it. All right, let me see here. I'm gonna add it to the stage. Oh, I'm not even presenting. What a dummy. What a dummy. I didn't think it was doing that. Really? It's funny that it did that. I didn't think it was going to do that. I thought I hit that button. All right, make that big. Yada, yada, yada. He's speaking. I'm just going to fast forward because I don't give a shit. I'm going to do this. I'm going to unmute it. And then I'm going to do this.
I don't think there's ever been a lot of people report. I think there's either party. There's never been anything like it. And now we have something coming up where they're going to go for the convention.
Again, folks, let's keep in mind his whole, unity, keep the country together, because it's really going to be a main focus in the speech. I can tell you. Right off the bat, it's going to be a main focus.
And they have a couple of problems. Number one, they have no idea who their candidate is, and neither do we. That's a problem.
Well, that kind of has some truth.
But we'll see. Hopefully they get it worked out. Sort of interesting. This guy goes and he gets the votes, and now they want to take it away. That's democracy. They talk about democracy. Let's take it away from them. But now we go forward as one movement. They have a lot of them. Look at those cameras. But they'll start turning off as soon as I start mentioning certain things. I'll say, the red light just went off.
Oh, you know what I'll do? Hold on.
No, but actually,
This is what I'll do. Since we only have so much time, this is what I'll do. It's probably easier that we watch the clips. Let me do this. I know. Don't yell at me. But it's probably just easier that we watch the clips. The highlights or the lowlights. Let's see. We'll do this one, because he always has the clips. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to present it. Share screen. Right there. How you doing? Make it fuck off. I'm gonna do that one. Where'd it go? There it is. There we go. All right. See if we can find some of his dumbass. We're gonna have to sift through a lot of this bullshit, unfortunately. No, I don't want Tomato. I don't want any of this. Christ. There we go. Midas Touch posted one of mine. Let's see what he's got to say here.
you have to give us 28,000 soldiers. But, when I was building the wall, I said, you have to give us 28,000 soldiers. And they laughed at me. I hate when people laugh at me. I hate it. No, it's so disrespectful.
Do you know that is one of the biggest points that he's made against himself? Authoritarian leaders, dictators, people that fucking crave and thrive on power just cannot stand being laughed at, which is exactly why I do what I do, and I can guarantee Hal does exactly what he does, and other people do the same thing when they make fun of this son of a bitch, because they know. Play this. How do I do that? Let's see here. Can you put it in the private chat, Mel? Maybe I can copy and paste it from the private chat, babe. I don't think I can do it. Oh, can I do it from the comments? Hold on. Let me see here. Play Midas Touch ad instead of that orange fuck. All right. Stop yelling at me. For Christ's sakes. All right, it's in the private chat. I see you. All right. Yep.
of this? Well, think about this. He's a world leader in temper tantrums. She never loses her cool. She prosecuted sex predators. He is one.
Sorry, I didn't start from the beginning.
She shut down for-profit colleges that swindled Americans. He was a for-profit college.
At Trump University, we teach success.
Literally. He's owned by the big banks. She's the attorney general who beat the biggest banks in America and forced them to pay homeowners $18 billion. He's tearing us apart. She'll bring us together. This is Trump. And in every possible way, this is the anti-Trump. So if that's what you're looking for in your next president, there's really only one. Kamala. Sick of this? Well, think about this. He's a world leader.
Let's go. Let's go. Time to get behind. Time to get behind, baby. Let's go. Fire it up. I'm kind of fired up. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm kind of fucking fired up. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's go. Huh? Huh? Finally, maybe the Democrats, we're going to start fucking getting younger in our leadership, right? Maybe we're going to actually start seeing some fucking representation for the people that actually understand and represent what's going on in the Democratic Party. You know? Anything else you guys want to play? Any other videos you got for me? Huh? Any other videos? Because I'm fucking fired up. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! All right. You think what? What? You Republicans, you thought you put us in the corner? Huh? Huh? You think Joe Biden was the only person that we have that can beat your fucking rapist, convicted felon piece of shit for a fucking candidate? What are you, out of your fucking minds? Oh man, we're coming. We're coming, baby. We are coming. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Huh? Oh, I love it. Just when they think they have us on the ropes, oh, they're so happy. Now they get to change their whole entire fucking angle, and we don't have to change a goddamn fucking thing except for the person that's in the position, because he's saying exactly what we're going to be, what we've been saying for I don't know how long, that the GOP and Donald Trump is a direct threat to democracy in this country. Huh? Let's go. You guys got any more videos like that? Let's go. I'll watch those all fucking day, and then I'll run through a brick fucking wall. Huh? Let's go. Give me something else. What do we got? What do we got? You got anything else? They had that fucking ready to go, huh? They pulled that out of the holster quick. Shit. No. Let's see here. Swallow tasted by Joe Biden. Do not seek relations. Shows the difference between a selfish president and a selfish person. All right, I get that. What's Pete Buttigieg? Joe Biden has earned his place among the best and most consequential presidents in American history. I am so proud to serve under his leadership and thankful for his unwavering focus on what is best for our country. Amen. Barack Obama says, Joe Biden has been one of the most consequential presidents, as well as a dear friend of mine and a partner to me today. We've also been reminded again that he's a patriot of the highest order. Here's my full statement. Should we check out the full statement? Not that bad, I guess. Joe Biden has been one of the most consequential presidents, as well as a dear friend. We already read that 16 years ago when I began my search for vice president. I knew Joe's remarkable career in public service, but when I came in to admire it even more, it was his character, his deep empathy and hard-earned resilience, his fundamental decency and belief that everyone counts. Since taking office, President Biden has displayed the character, and again, he has helped end the pandemic, create millions of jobs, lower the cost of prescription drugs, passed the first major piece of gun legislation safety in 30 years, made the biggest investment to address climate change in history, and fought to ensure the rights of working people to organize for fair wages and benefits. Internationally, he restored America's standing in the world, revitalized NATO, and mobilized the world to stand up against Russian aggression in Ukraine. More than that, President Biden appointed us away from the 4 years of chaos, falsehood, and division that had us characterize Donald Trump's administration. Through his policies and example, Joe has reminded us of who we are at our best, a country committed to old-fashioned values like trust and honesty, kindness and hard work, a country that believes in democracy, rule of law, and accountability, a country that insists that everyone, no matter who they are, has a voice and deserves a chance at better life. This outstanding track record gave President Biden every right to run for re-election and finish the job he started. Joe understands better than anyone the stakes in this election, how everything he has fought for throughout his life and everything that the Democratic Party stands for will be at risk if we allow Donald Trump back in the White House and give Republicans control of Congress. I also know Joe has never backed down from a fight from him and look at the political landscape and decide that he should pass the torch to a new nominee is surely one of the toughest decisions of his life. But I know he would make this decision unless he believed it was right for America. It's a testament to Joe Biden's love for a country and a historic example of genuine public servant, once again putting in the interests of the American people ahead of his own. Future generations and leaders will do well to follow. We will be navigating uncharted waters in the days ahead, but I have extraordinary confidence in the leaders of our party, and we'll be able to create a process from which the outstanding nominees emerges. I believe that Joe Biden's vision of generous, prosperous, and united America that provides for opportunity for people will be on full display at the Democratic Convention in August. And I expect every single one of us that are prepared to carry the message of hope and progress forward into November and beyond. For now, Michelle and I just wanted to express our love and gratitude to Joe and Jill for leading us so ably and courageously during these perilous times, and for their commitment to the ideals and freedoms and equality that this country was founded on. Statement from Barack Obama. All righty. Well, I'm going to go run through a brick wall after, giving Joe Biden some praise, because I am fucking psyched. I am fucking pumped up. Let me get rid of all these tabs. I know everybody's having mixed emotions. Everybody's kind of freaked out. Everybody's kind of, upset, awkward, don't know what to do. I'm fucking pumped. I am fucking pumped. This is our opportunity, baby. This is our opportunity right here. You didn't like the way things were going in this election? Here's your chance to change it. You're doing the same thing. Maybe you like what's going on now. Maybe we start just fucking firing in all cylinders. We have good communicators. The debate goes well. The DNC convention goes well. Let's fucking go. If we waver now, we lose. If you stay pissed off now, we lose. If you don't vote because of this, we lose. If you start fucking bitching and complaining on Twitter and start dissenting and creating fucking rocking the boat in the Democratic Party, we will lose. Oh, I've done it before, and I'm serious. I played sports my entire life, and I've done many of damn stupid things to get fired up for a game, whether it be football, basketball, hockey, fucking whatever, it's anything, soccer. I mean, I've done some fucking crazy things. Not only that, but by accident too. But yeah, blue no matter who. Let's go. No stress. No stress. No stress. We're running against a rapist. We are running against a convicted felon 34 times over. We are running against a man that stole top secret national defense material pertaining to nuclear secrets, and also defense preparation plans from an ally if they were ever to be attacked by a certain country. This is a man that was on Jeffrey Epstein's flight log several times. This is the man that was Jeffrey Epstein's best friend for over 20 fucking years, that never lived more than 10 minutes away from that son of a bitch. This is a man that had sex with a porn star 5 months after his wife gave birth, and then paid $130,000 to keep her mouth shut so that it wouldn't ruin his chances to win the 2016 election. This is the man that paid $200,000 to China as president of the United States of America the same year he paid $750 in taxes in the United States. This is the man that got $15 million out of a Chinese bank account while he was president of the United States of America, a day after it was put in there. A billionaire as president taking money from China. Does that sound right? No. This is the man that then went on to tell the nuclear secrets to rich people at Mar-a-Lago. This is the man that talks about his daughter, talking about her physique, her breasts, how they have sex in common. This is the man that buried his ex-wife on a fucking golf course and then let the weeds just grow the fuck over her. All right? This is the man that says he can grab women by the pussy. And because he's a star, it's okay. This is the man that raped E. Jean Carroll, found liable of sexual assault and rape by a court of law, and then defamed E. Jean Carroll. The goal is the same. Our mission is the same. It will not change. Stay the course. Hold the rope. All right, time for thank yous. Time for thank yous. Sheldon, thank you so much for starting it off with the 5. Foggy, thank you so much. Barefoot Bear, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you so much. Please, anybody else that, again, this is the most important time. This is by far the most important time this country has seen in a long time. So to get progressive media out like this, so we can fight the mainstream media's narrative, so we have a place to congregate where we can find like-minded people and actually sift through the bullshit of the propaganda. People like Hal, people like Tony Michaels, people like Midas Touch, people like Brian Tyler Cohen, Jesse Dollamore, David Pacman, Pondering Politics, the Rational National is pissed off at him as I've been. A lot of them have gotten their way, so now they don't have anything to bitch about. Now, basically, we can all get back on the same plane and figure out how to move forward. So thank you, Barefoot Bear. It's literally less than a fucking bag of chips, dude. Literally less than a bag of chips. You can become a channel member for a month. See how you like it. If you don't like it, take it away. If you do like it, extend. We have people here that have been members for 5 months. I think 4 or 5 months, as long as I've been on. Thank you. Linda, thank you so much. Texas Paul explained the same. It's because of big donors. He said the Dems tell Joe to step down because they don't want Kamala as president. I don't know. I don't buy it. I don't see that anybody that backed Joe wouldn't back Kamala as president. They have really no choice. And if they don't do that, we have Donald Trump as president. And then their whole fucking theory collapses on top of them. So I don't see how that's possible. Berkeley, what's up, my man? How you been, brother? Let's go. Good to see you. George Allison, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Peter with the $20 super sticker, thank you so much. Julie, new member, thank you. Kathleen, you are the fucking best, becoming a member for 3 months. Thank you so much. Karen, let's go. Supporting the truth. I appreciate you, Karen. Thank you so much. Big Hook, appreciate you for the 10, my man. Slacks is in here, as usual. Much love, Slacks. Luis is in here. What's this? Solange. Last time I checked, the space-time continuum hasn't changed. Biden was old in 2020. DNC needs to grow a pair. I don't deny that. Carol, how are you? Thank you so much for becoming a new channel member. Welcome. I appreciate you. I hope you find this to your liking. I really do. Jess, as always, thank you so much. Jen's still recovering. Appreciate you. Josh, thank you so much. Ricky, what's this? Soma? Hi, Sama. Hope everybody's well. I hope you're well. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. 75 Graham, Ricky, Solange again. Can't find this story if true. We have fucked. No, we're not fucked. It's a crazy story. You're going to react to it, and then you're going to sit down, and you're going to have a fucking another reaction to it that's going to be a little more sane than the first one. And then continuously, you're going to find more good than bad, in this situation. So everybody take a seat. Everybody relax. You're going to be okay. Linda, thank you so much for your contributions to this channel. Do not apologize. Ricky says, I appreciate you, Ricky. But sometimes I have to. I mean, I was wrong. I was wrong. I thought Joe was going to stay in. Hand up. Right hand up. Can't get them all right. That's all right. I'm not here to preach and say that I'm never wrong and to be a professor and try to explain my way out of it. I thought he was going to stay in the race. I did. I really did. I thought he was going to make it at least another 6 months and we could carry this on. But I was wrong. And from here on, I will work harder to make sure that this goes in the right direction. This stays going in the right direction. So thank you so much, Ricky. I appreciate you. Where'd you go? Slacks again. I'm literally in tears right now. You're good, Slacks. Don't worry about it, my man. We're gonna run through some brick walls to make sure that Donald Trump doesn't get in that White House. So nobody fret. Jim, thank you so much. Colleen, thank you so much. Mick, thank you so much. You guys are fucking awesome. This could cut into voter turnout when you all do the rolls out of the DNC for discouraging Joe. Again, people are going to have certain reactions, and you have another reaction. We're going to be all right. Everybody's going to be all right. I'm voting blue no matter who is the theme of the year. Maybe the theme of the century. Amy O'Connor. Harrison, whoever, 2024. I'm with you, Hat. Amy, is that a real cat? What's he got? Little mittens on? Oh, it's a cat on a dog. It's so hard to tell. Oh my God, I thought the cat had little black mittens on. That's crazy. Jesus Christ. I was way off on that one. All right, thank you, Amy. I appreciate you. Melinda in Seattle, thank you for becoming a new member. I love seeing names that I recognize in other chats and people that have been here before. So thank you, Melinda. Appreciate it. Hope you have a great day. Let me see. Hold on. Looks like you have a little cutie. can't tell. Son? Grandson? Whoever it is, you little cutie. Oh, she's a little cutie. I always get it wrong with the little kids. Oh, your kids. Oh, she's so cute. No, that's a boy. Oh, he's so cute. No, that's a girl. Fuck. Just can never get it right. It's like when I tell people, like their parents, oh, you guys look nice tonight. Where you going? Well, my uncle died. I'm going to the funeral. Oh. Thank God I asked. Thank God I asked. Jim, back at it again. Thank you so much. Kathy, Josh, Dexy, Lynn. Let's see here. Watching ABC in the background. They are broadcasting every unflattering pictures of Harris they can dig up. Really? Again, the media just for some reason I don't know. Just continues to go the opposite way that they really should go. And that the obvious path is. I mean, it's the obvious path that the news could just hammer the fact that a rapist is running for president. Am I wrong? Hello? McFly? Anybody? Rapist for president. Anybody? No. JD, thank you so much. Kathleen, Jim's back at it. Danny, for your message. Thank you so much, Danny. Again, Eileen, Michael, we will be all right. Can we go back to funny things Trump said? Yeah, like I said, I'm very appreciative for Hal to come on. I didn't find it really appropriate to go back to Trump's speech after the announcement that we had. A lot to talk about, obviously, a lot of feelings. I think people are going to be discussing other things anyway if I even play the Trump video. So again, his next rally is going to be really something to behold. I can guarantee you that. I think it's the 24th. So maybe I'll do some sort of live stream to cover that. Because believe me, I have a feeling he's going to be. I think the sexism is going to start coming out because of obviously Kamala being a female and a female of color. You never know what the crowd's going to say. Again, the pre-show interviews with RSBN, that's where the real shit comes out, and you hear these people talk about some real fucking racist shit. So, who would I leave off on? Eileen. Yeah, absolutely, Eileen. Appreciate you and your confidence. Thank you for staying calm. Michael, Sama again, Tony, Josh, Mom's Russo, Peter coming in with a fucking $100 super chat. I mean, just a fantastic gesture, just unbelievable. Thank you so much for the work and the support that you do. I mean, I hope you realize how much you do, Peter. I really hope you sit back and really think about how much you have affected so many people and so many of these channels in a positive way. So thank you. And if there's anything I can do to show that more, please let me know. Because that would be fucking fantastic for me to reciprocate at least something on this. Sheldon, thank you so much again. Peter is our rock, the chief car parker. I think Peter might be like an honorary. I might have to give him an honorary what did I call it? The Bryans Brigade, like the chief general. If he become a member like the top tier, I might just have to give him an honorary fucking top tier. Wes, you're fucking heading there too. I appreciate you, brother. Christopher, thank you so much. Yes, this is the comment that started it all. I think the demented old man problem is now the Republicans. Tammy, Midas, Mel. Oh, thank you. Please stop playing. Okay. All right. I see. What about this?
We are a nation that just recently heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat. Stupid people. When I wanted to refute it, they said, "Sir, don't dignify it with a rebuttal. Refutal or a rebuttal? What the hell word would that be? Rebuttal? What they'll say, he didn't know rebuttal or refutal, but they don't know either."
Oh, sugar pie. Sorry. Not in a good way. Oh, man. Arribedu. Oh. Arribedu. Oh.
Welcome to our country from the Congo. Where do you live in the Congo? We live in prison. Oh.
You know what uranium is, right? It's a thing called nuclear weapons and other things, like lots of things are done with uranium, including some bad things.
All right, sorry. Back to the thank yous. Who did I leave on? JD. Oh, Treva. Oh, no. Who did I leave off on? Fuck. Oh, Christopher. Tammy, thank you so much. The media got the bump of the ratings they've been angling for this whole campaign, correct? I saw that article, too. Please stop playing them. Midas Mel. Petrazi, thank you so much. Slacks again. Sally. Treva. JD. Jimbo. Robin. Jimbo again. There's still the roll call in Ohio that needs to be done before the deadline. There's still a lot that needs to be figured out. I'm not sure how it all plays out. I fully admit that. I'm not hugely versed on election campaign finance laws and how the delegates really can be handed out and switched. And so, we're all going to learn together, which is pretty cool, I think, too. You come here not because I'm a scientist of politics, but because we can speak about it in normal terms, speak about it in a normal way, and learn it together. So, Wes, let's see here. Oh, Heather first. Sorry, Heather. I want 6 months of the darkest Brandon. Let's go. Let's go, fucking Heather. Wes, Ray Bork. Let's go. The double Ray Bork. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Wes. I appreciate you for being here, dude. Still a proud Carter, Mondale, Dukakis, Clinton, Gore, Kari, Obama, Clinton, Biden voter. Yes, that was my joke on, I think, Hal's name tag. I was only kidding around. I would love to see this. I didn't get an answer for that. Sorry, Stoneflower Dragon. I didn't get an answer. I don't necessarily know the answer yet, too. I'm still kind of confused on, is she going to be the president or the vice president? And I don't know. I'm confused on the whole thing. Like I said, we'll learn together. I think because, I don't know. I'm not even going to guess. Sea Love, Christine, Robin for becoming a new member, Peter again with a fucking $50 super sticker. I mean, just, sometimes I get frustrated that I can't, like, thank you enough or reciprocate to you guys enough because of how much you've helped me. You really are going to change my life at some point if we can continue this. If we get some consistency here, if we get some, okay, private chat, I see you. Let's play it. I see you, babe. Let me share it. Seems like a statement from Kamala Harris. Bear with me. Gonna put it on the screen for you guys in just 3, 2, 1. All right. Inbox, Vice President Kamala Harris. Can you see it? Everybody can see it? All right, let's go. Statement from Vice President Kamala Harris. Quote, on behalf of the American people, I thank Joe Biden for his extraordinary leadership as President of the United States and for his decades of service to our country. His remarkable legacy of accomplishment is unmatched in modern American history, surpassing the legacy of many presidents who have served 2 terms in office. It is a profound honor to serve as his Vice President, and I am deeply grateful to the President, Dr. Biden, and the entire Biden family. I first came to know President Biden through his son, Beau. We were friends from our days working together as attorney generals of our home states. As we worked together, Beau would tell me stories about his dad, the kind father and the kind of man he was, and the qualities Beau revered in his father, are the same qualities, the same values I have seen every single day in Joe's leadership as president. His honesty and integrity, his big heart and commitment to his faith and his family, his love for our country and the American people. With his selfless and patriotic act, President Biden is doing what he has done throughout his life of service, putting the American people and our country above everything else. I am honored to have President Biden's endorsement, and my intention is to earn and win this nomination. I am honored to have the president's endorsement, and my intention is to earn and win this nomination. Over the past year, I have traveled across the country talking with Americans about the clear choice in this momentous election. And that is what I will continue to do in the days and weeks ahead. I will do everything in my power to unite the Democratic Party and unite our nation, to defeat Donald Trump and his extreme Project 2025 agenda. We have 107 days until the election. Together we will fight, and together we will win. Kamala Harris. Well, thank you, Kamala. Let's go. We need you more than ever now. More than ever now, we're going to need this. You know what I mean? Keep people on track. Make sure that we, We need stability. Stability is what we're looking for here. So where'd I leave off? Mende, thank you so much. Hi, Brian. How are you? Hope Kamala wipes the floor with that little hair the dummy has left. Yes, Mende. Thank you so much, and I am well. I hope you are well as well. Hope you are well as. I hope you're doing well. Tomas, let's go. How are you? I don't know if it's my anniversary, but I had this. Yes, it is. Member for 5 months, Tomas. You might be one of the longest members. I don't know if I've seen more than that. Linda Blanton's got 5 months. Oh, no, she gifted 5 memberships. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Thank you, Linda. Appreciate you. Let's see. Tony Macaroni. Biden dropping out was a kick in the groin. Time for Collar to kick the Von shits and pants and the nuts. Vote blues. Let's go. Let's go, Tony Macaroni, with a good statement. And that was it. I appreciate you guys. I very much appreciate you guys. Like I said, heads up, chest out. We'll be all right. Oh, South Africa in the house. Hi, Naziv. South Africa. How would you say that in your accent? South Africa? Beautiful place there. I'm dying to go to South Africa. I want to go on a safari. I love animals, which is, I don't know. Maybe we should have a section in the show where I just kind of like not talk about politics. Like maybe like once a month we do like a segment where it's just about like normal stuff, like stuff I watch on YouTube, stuff I watch on TV, what I do in spare time, stuff like that. Maybe get our mind off it for an hour or two. But I appreciate you being here, Nazi V. Thank you so much from around the world. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Thank you. My focus has changed, but I've kept the same vision. That's what we got to do. Everybody's got to do the same. Like I said, my right hand up. Didn't expect Joe to drop out. I have no problem saying it. I have absolutely no problem saying it. There's going to be a few people that are going to be on my back because of how, not supportive, but I think sure I was. So it's all right. We're good. Try Africam. It sounds like, does that sound like, that sounds like the African grinder. You trying to set me up here? What's that all about? What is that all about? Oh, it's probably just a camera set up in a wildlife reserve, right? If I'm guessing. I would assume it's something set up in like, I'd love to go to like the Masai Mara or like, what's some of the other fucking places there? Like, I know Tunisia is North Africa, but the Serengeti. There's so many fucking places that would just be. It's such a gorgeous fucking site. But I don't know. Every now and again, we got to talk about something that's not. Like I love watching camping videos. Like as weird as that is, and I never thought that would be something that I do. Like I watch this guy. His name is Tony. His channel is AB Camping. So if you want to go have it over to AB Camping, shoot him a subscription, shoot him a follow, watch some of his videos. Anybody that's into camping or outdoors stuff. He's fucking fantastic. He's in New Zealand. Takes him and his huge tents and his truck and his dog. Unfortunately, he just had 2 dogs pass in short time, but he's got 2 more puppies ready to go. I think it's Bernie and Bali. They're fucking fantastic. But shout out to Tony if he ever sees this. I doubt he will, but he does fantastic. He just goes up to the top of the mountain, films everything. Fire, dinner, makes himself a nice dinner, burgers and stuff. Basically, it's glamping, kinda, but it's camping. I mean, let's just face it. He's out in the elements. He is what he is. But anyway, just to take your mind off it, maybe that's something we should do tonight, right? Maybe that's something good. Maybe watch a movie that has nothing to do with politics. Maybe watch a TV show that has nothing to do with politics. Maybe cook a nice meal, not think about politics. Take your mind off it for a little while. Yes, I would love Norway. Some World War II history in Norway, too, which I would love to check out because there was some, I think it was fish oil tankers that were, the British had a few engagements with the Germans there. 4 months and 17 days, Linda. 4 months and 17 days, and we're going to see the end of that orange motherfucker as it pertains to politics. And that's what I'm excited about. So I'm going to let you guys go. It's way past time. I apologize, but obviously a big news day as I was on air, so we had to do it. Kathy, thank you so much. About love you need to be, bro. Hell to comment down. Love you. Thank you so much, Kathy. Appreciate it. But I'll let you guys go. Thank you so much. Don't forget the Zoom for the Patreon members. Patreon.com/Boston Brian. 3 tiers. If you sign up now, you'll be in like Flint for the next Zoom meeting. I believe it's July 23rd. Yes, July 23rd, next Zoom meeting. I appreciate it, you guys. So we're going to do that 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And we just kind of hang out. Like I said, it's not any behind-the-scenes content or anything like that. It's not anything like it's not a paywall that you have to pay to see some other like really explosive content or anything like that. It's just us shooting the shit, hanging out. And don't forget the postcard party, too. Don't forget the postcard party. Save the date. Saturday, July 27th. The people that have signed up, you guys are fucking unbelievably fantastic. Just great patriots. And again, this changes absolutely nothing. Probably even more important now that we get these postcards out. I mean, maybe what we're writing on the postcards is going to change, but other than that, the mission is the same. The mission is the same. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys very much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I will see you again next Sunday, same time, same place. I'm Boston Brian. This is Blunt Politics. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Let's go, Kamala. Let's go. Let's go, Kamala. Woo!
That just recently heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will
You know what uranium is, right? It's a thing called nuclear weapons and other things. Like lots of things are done with uranium, including some bad things.
you.